Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Well, we have Laura back in the kitchen and I'm sure you're going to be in for a great night. You can tell she's my daughter, can't you? Then we've got Simon in the kitchen who's on camera tonight. Hi Simon.
Hi Carol, hi everyone.
That's lovely and buzzy, isn't it? Right, okay, so Laura's going to do a great demo for you tonight, but before she does, I just want to show you these new nozzles. Now, if we get time at the end of the demonstration, I'll demo them for you. If not, go and watch yesterday's live because they're great. So these are the Russian piping tips. They came out 2015. They're registered with us. We've not had any stock for ages. As you know, it's very difficult trying to get everything from Russia at the moment. But anyhow, we've had a nice big supply of them arrive. And we are selling them in packs of 4. They're extra large nozzles. So Simon, can you have a look? So they're extra large nozzles. And whenever I demo these at the cake shows, everybody goes mad. They love using these. Okay, so they're nifty nozzles. This one is called Ruffles. This one is Mrs. Whippy. We've got Rose Twist. And we've also got Viennetta, and I'll explain why. So Viennetta, so we did a Facebook Live yesterday, and when you put this on with buttercream, so if you just go over the top there, Simon.
Go over the top?
Well, so that you can see it clearer.
Closer.
Yeah, closer.
Yeah.
So, can you see there all the tight ruffles? It's just like Viennetta ice cream, isn't it? So that's with this nozzle. You can buy them separately, but at the moment they're on offer. Now, they were only meant to be on offer for 24 hours, but then John just said to me that because we did the live in the afternoon and I haven't really shown you nighttime, guys, he will extend the offer. He's going to extend it till Monday. So there you go. So they're flying out like hotcakes. So if you want them at $9.99 for 4, you need to grab them now. So it's $9.99 for 4. You can buy them individually at full price. So if you don't want all those, then this one, I love this one. Look at this. Look at that. Who wants that on a cake? Do you remember these, Laura? When we used to do these all the time. So this one is Mrs. Whippy. And you can see why, can't you? Because it just looks like Mrs. Whippy ice cream, doesn't it? All those lovely ruffles and sticker flaking, or in this case, actually, that's Rose Twist, sorry. Here's Mrs. Whippy. There she is. So sticker flaking.
There she is.
There she is, yep. Sticker flaking. I was thinking that she had a strawberry on it yesterday. There she is with a little pearl. You just keep it on the overhead there, Simon, that'd be great. So we've two-toned this one. So in yesterday's live, I showed you how to two-tone and do them, okay? And then, where's the other one? Oh, where's that big one? So this one is Rose Twist. Now Laura's used this nozzle loads of times and she uses this for her pavlovas. The last time she was here, this makes bigger ruffles. The last time she was here, she used it for the she used the Rose Twist for the pavlovas. And then you've got ruffles. And if I just go up there, can you see the little pattern in the... What are you shaking red for?
It's hot focus.
Because you can't see it.
Oh, well, I can see it on that screen there.
Yeah, but it's so if you go too high, it's out of focus.
Oh, okay. Was that focus? Right, okay. So there you go. You can see all those lovely ruffles. And then we've just put some little sugar pipings on the top. So these do not leave any holes in the middle, okay? They come all the way up. You can make them as high as you want. So then the ladies on the live yesterday was saying, do you think you could do it with fresh cream? So we did them with fresh cream. And look at them. Yummy, yum, yum. So and I'm on a diet, mate, but I had to taste the fresh cream because it's delicious when you use our flavoured icing sugars. Straight onto a cupcake. So that's that one. And then the ladies were asking, and when you use it with fresh cream, it's double. So if you're using, let's say you're going to use 300 mils of cream, then use 300 grams of icing sugar. So 50-50. And then these, I need to tea-tot all these. These have just come straight out of the freezer, and these are our ice cream. So Karen was making these this afternoon, and these are ice cream. So you can just put them in and make them make them on here, put them in the freezer and just leave them and just get them out as you want them. And Karen is going to show you how to make the fresh cream ones tomorrow and the ice cream ones tomorrow. So tomorrow morning's live, she'll show you how to do them. And if you go and watch yesterday's at 2 o'clock live, you'll see how I made these. And as I say, at the end of the demo tonight, if we get a chance, I'll make a quick batch of Swiss meringue buttercream and use them all for you. So they're on the on the FB Live wish list. So if you go to our website, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, go along the top tab, you'll see FB Live wish list. Click the arrow, don't click the whole button, click the little arrow, drop down to Laura, and they're in there on offer for you. All right, so I'll put those out the way, and I don't know which way to go. Fridge, that freezer, just 1 minute, and then we'll let Laura get on with her dem. So I don't know how many of you is watching. I don't know how many of you are watching because I'm on comments, and as you can tell, I'm here, so I can't answer any of your questions. Hang on 1 second. Put those in there. And then the other thing is I'm going to put the competition on for winners. So I'm going to sit there, type it out, and then you can go over there and place a comment as well. I think I've got some to pick, some winners to pick as well for them. So I'll sort all those out. So Laura, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Good. I'm dying to eat these, but I can't.
Get something to put this in.
You go say hi to everyone.
Yeah, I'm just preparing myself. Okay, so hello everybody. As Mum said, I'm Laura, and tonight I'm going to be making some finger iced buns and using the whipping it up to do a nice icing on the top. And then I'm also, because I've got a bit of time to fill while we're waiting for the dough to mix, I just thought I'd show you a quick cookie recipe. And these ones are just what the kids like doing, they like to colour them. So I've got 3 different colours in here. I'm just going to show you how to do them, but they're just a very quick recipe that you can keep in your freezer, and when you want to bake a couple you can just take a couple out. So those are the 2 recipes. I haven't got any of the ice buns decorated yet. I've had to do all the different stages so that I've got because it takes an hour and a half to prove the first stage and then half an hour to prove the next stage. I've brought them all down here and I've just baked some of them ready to decorate later. So they're the ones that we've got. So that's what we're doing tonight. Thank you for joining us, for those people that are there. And hello.
I'll let you know that we do have an audience tonight. So
Good.
We're around the 250 mark, which is brilliant.
Okay. Great. So I'm going to start with the iced fingers, but then I'm going to go on to the cookies. I'm going to do the cookies in between. So just bear with me. The iced finger recipe is already on the website, but I have noticed that it doesn't mention about the salt, so I'm going to put that in the morning, and then the cookie recipe will be live before 10:30 in the morning as well.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So lots of hellos.
Hello.
And they're pleased to see what you're making tonight.
Good.
So
I'm just going to move these out of the way so we've got a bit more space. And then we'll bring in our cookie recipe. And I feel a bit more organised tonight because I've had a bit more time in here.
I'm supposed to be doing
Well,
something. I can't remember what it is.
Let's see if it goes to plan. Okay, so we need a mixer with a dough hook for the ice buns. You can do it by hand, but it does take 10 minutes, so you know it's quite a lot of work for yourself. If you've got a dough hook on your mixer, then it's just going to speed up the process and not give you raw make. So I'll just attach my dough hook onto there, and then we need a big bowl which has gone up here. Okay, so we're using the fast action yeast in here, just a 7-gram packet, which comes handy already in the 7 grams. So we're going to be using that. And then we need our flour and our salt to start with. So the first thing we're going to do is measure out the flour. Now you need 500 grams of flour. And we're going to heat this up, so we're just going to measure it out and get it ready. See if I've got enough in here. Yep, just about. There you go. So 500 grams of flour. I don't know what I did with the lid. And then in there, we're going to just add a little bit of salt. So just a little sprinkle. And then give that a stir in. And what we're going to do with it now, because we want our fast action yeast to activate, we're just going to warm the flour slightly in the oven. So you need an oven proof dish or tin, just whatever you've got to hand. Add the flour in. I've set the oven already to 180. If you were doing this at home just for this, you just put the oven on for a couple of minutes. It doesn't need to be red hot, just turn it on for a couple of minutes just to warm that up, and it just needs to be warm to the touch. So I'm just going to put that in the oven for a minute. And then we'll get our other ingredients ready.
So Laura, I'm just going to run off for a bit. Simon, are you able to shout out comments? It's not going that mad actually, to be fair. But so is it plain flour that you're using?
So yeah, plain flour that we've just put in the bowl with a sprinkle of salt, and that's just gone into the oven for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, they're all asking, is it normal or plain flour?
Yeah, plain flour.
Fantastic. Carol, what do we call the nozzles? They are called swirls and ruffles. Oh, I tell you, they're on it, Laura. They're listening, aren't they? Every single one of them. Are the recipes on the website, Laura?
Yes, the recipes are on www.sugarandcrumbsmixingitup.co.uk. Which way do I go? That way? No, that way. The ice bun recipe is already on there. It's been on there for a few years now. I did it a few years ago. I don't think I did it live actually. I just did it in the kitchen and took some pictures. But the recipe's on there, and the cookie recipe will be on in the morning.
And then Diane Stock is asking, any idea when the medium non-stick rolling pins will be in? The gentleman's gone on, he's had to order more material. He's going on holiday tomorrow. He's away for a week. So I'm presuming that the end of the week commencing the 10th of May, I will assume that we get them in. The large 24-inch have arrived. They're in stock. So anybody who wants a 24-inch, they're in stock. And the medium one is going to be a 20-inch. Okay, so we've got a 9-inch, we'll have a 20-inch, and we've got a 24-inch. Now I'm going to run off, leave Simon to do the comments, just so I can put up the like and share posts.
Right,
so I'll be about 5 minutes.
Right, okay.
Okay. Got one.
So,
are you on Facebook there?
Yeah.
Ah, right, brilliant.
ready?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so I've got 90 grams of caster sugar in my bowl, and I'm just going to add to that 1 packet of the fast action yeast, which you can buy in all supermarkets. So it's already measured 7 grams, you just need the 1 packet in there, and stir that together and set that aside. And then you need 2 eggs. I'm using large ones. Oh, that didn't go very well, did it? And you're just going to beat them lightly with a whisk and set that aside.
Well, there's nothing for me to read out.
Very good.
I'm not reading out what Nikki King said.
Okay.
She's talking about a rolling pin.
Oh, right,
Or
okay.
she's talking about not needing the big one.
Right. So I'm just getting the flour back out of the oven. There, I was just trying to keep that there to remind myself not to put it on the board. So that's just had a couple of minutes in the oven just to warm it up, so we can help to activate our yeast. And
Right,
I'm going to put
let's
that.
answer that question then.
I'm going to put that back. Why heat it up?
Yeah, Lynn Steers asked
Yeah.
why do you heat it up?
Yeah. So it's just to help to activate that yeast, and it helps with the proving. It just speeds up the process. Okay. So next we're going to add in 60 grams of unsalted butter. I'm just using bits of leftover butter that I've got, so, oh, that's 57 grams. There we go. So 60 grams of butter going in, and you just want to break that in to the flour.
So good evening to all the YouTubers as well. It's the Facebookers.
Hello. How many people we got on YouTube?
Ooh, hundreds.
Hundreds. Too many to name.
29 to be exact.
Right. Hello everybody.
Hello Jill, Patricia, Elaine,
So you
Penny
just
King, Karen, Jackie, Lynn Toft, Madge Mobile Banks. Lynn Toft says, hi Laura, Karen, Simon, hope blah blah blah. She's got a new nozzles and she's using them in the morning.
Alright, good. Okay, so you just...
No, she's got them this morning, she's using them.
Just as I keep trying to speak, Simon.
Stop trying to speak, don't interrupt.
So you just want to make sure that that butter's all distributed through your flour.
What clock?
I don't know, we had a clock. Is there a clock?
What?
Is it on YouTube?
What's the clock do? I don't understand. Can anyone tell me?
Okay, so...
Deirdre, change what clock?
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know what you mean.
Okay, so once you've got all the butter distributed into crumbs in your flour, you need to get 225 ml of milk, and you're just going to warm it slightly in the microwave. I put it in just for 1 minute. So 225 ml of that. I'm just going to put that in the microwave so it'll be ready for me in a minute. So next we're going to add in our 90 grams of sugar and the yeast into there.
Oh.
And combine that in. Sounding very confused, Simon.
Yes, she's saying the reminder came up as 19, not 8 o'clock.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
Okay, so just you need to make a little well in your flour there, ready for the eggs and the milk that we're going to put in a moment. I'll just give my hands a quick wipe. And then add in the eggs that we got ready.
Laura, could you use the sourdough mix instead of yeast?
The sourdough mix is in the sourdough flour starter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, because this is going to be like a sweet bun, so this is more towards the brioche end of bread rather than the sourdough end. So I wouldn't personally use it in this recipe. So add in the milk with the egg, and then just stir that in. Just been making sourdough today, actually. That's why I was thinking, how do they know that I've been making sourdough? But yeah, this is going to be sweet. That's why it's got the sugar in. What, at home? Yeah, must have.
Put it on Facebook.
Secret home cam.
Yeah.
Okay, so it does always look a bit lumpy at this stage, but once we've got it in our mixer and the dough hook has done its magic, it's going to come out really nice and smooth. So we're going to just get a little bit of oil and just drizzle it into the bottom of your mixer. Not too much, it's just to help it not stick too much. So later when we get it out, we're not having to scrape all the sides. and it dries really fast as well if it gets stuck. And then just put a little bit on the hook as well. And then we're going to scrape this in here. So I'll just quickly run through what we've added so far to get it to this stage. So it was 500 grams of plain flour, and then we warmed that, a pinch of salt, warmed that in the oven just for a few minutes, and then we've added 60 grams of unsalted softened butter, 90 grams of caster sugar, 7 grams of the fast action yeast, and then 225 ml of warm milk and 2 beaten eggs. So let's get the mixer on. So we're just going to leave that now to do its thing. So as I said, if you haven't got a dough hook, you can knead that yourself. And if you're going to knead it yourself, you just need to make sure that you oil your hands really well without having too much oil, and just oil the surface a little bit where you're going to knead, and then you would just need to work it for 10 minutes until you get a really nice soft smooth dough, which is what you'll see once it's finished in the mixer. Okay, so while I've got 10 minutes and I was having a bit of a panic about what I could actually do while I was waiting for this next stage, I thought I'd do a quick cookie recipe. I always seem to be making lots of cookies at home at the minute. We go through stages of brownies or flapjacks, and at the moment the kids are just mad about cookies. So
I now know what I'm doing, sorry. It's just a complete brain freeze. Pardon?
I'm just talking to myself.
Oh, it's alright. Let's have a little chat with Karen to remind myself what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay, so the cookie recipe, we need, there you go, repeating yourself. So these are the cookies that we're going to make. So as I said, I've coloured these cookies just because the kids like to. It's optional, you don't have to colour it, but if you want to, the option's there. So first thing you need is 125 grams of unsalted soft butter. So I've just had this out at room temperature.
Oh, they're loving the colour of your nails, Laura.
I know, I've just had them done. Feels so good to have them done, and that in hope that they might last me longer than a couple of days.
And I don't know what the great tip is, but Paula Brown says thank you. What was great tip, Simon?
Oh, it could be anything.
Put the flour in the oven to warm it up.
And I've just taken a closer look at you, Simon. I like the beard.
Good.
That's looking good, isn't it?
Are you happy
Nice
today?
colour. All the side bits shaved off, but I really do like the colour.
Feels nice. Simon's got a nice purple.
Purple. It's lovely purple colour, that, isn't it?
Are you doing well, Simon? You got the approval.
Oh, when he gets a compliment, he knows he's in for a good night.
So 125 grams of unsalted butter there, and then we're going to get our sugars. So I'm going to flavour my cookies with the raspberry ripple icing sugar, and Simon's changed the direction. Yep, there you go. So I'm using raspberry ripple.
Your movement, but you didn't do it.
No, okay. And I'm going to put some white chocolate in. So this is going to be like a raspberry and white chocolate flavour. The ones that I did earlier are salted caramel with milk chocolate. So you can mix and match it to suit, have a play with flavours, whichever you prefer.
Simon. I tell you, they're on it here, quick. Purple is the favourite colour.
Yeah.
They want to see the beard.
Everybody loves purple.
Honestly.
And I think, was the tip the warming flour?
Yeah, so I warm the flour just for a few minutes in the oven. Just because I just get sick of waiting for things all the time. You've got to find different ways to speed it up, haven't you? Don't have a lot of patience when you've got kids. You have to just get stuff done in the time that you've got. So 100 grams of light brown sugar.
So Louise Heron says her picture is really blurred. Is anyone else's? Well, I'm looking on my iPad and on my phone, and I don't seem to have any problem.
No, we're fine. The screen's fine at the moment.
Yeah, and nobody else is saying anything either.
And then 100 grams.
Have you got your glasses on?
Yeah. I've got my glasses on.
100 grams of your chosen flavoured icing sugar. We're just going to add those two sugars together.
Now, I just want to say hello to this lady, Anne-Marie. If she's the lady I think she is she the lady who popped in and caught me at the warehouse today? So,
doing what?
I was running in the warehouse trying to unload everything, and then she caught me and she thought it was a shop. So, she thought it was a shop. She didn't realise we were online. Anyhow, no one was around. Don't be jealous, girls, but I gave her a little tour around. She was ever so excited. She did all the shopping. I told her not to tell you, but I told you now. Is that right, Anne-Marie? Was it you? Yeah, everybody else has got a fine picture, so it's just you.
It'll be a cue in the morning.
And I'm not sure why Sue Berry is saying no.
Okay, I've just realised I actually need another mixer, so...
Are you starting, Laura, raiding the kitchen? We've left space down there for you.
I've already filled
Karen
it.
has prepared space for everything that you take.
I was actually thinking how well I was doing at the fact that I was only going to use 3 mixing bowls tonight. Got all excited, I was like, 3?
And
I'm going to do it in 3.
Because she knows you like glass ones.
So I'm just going to push this one down here out of the way.
No, everybody's fine with it. Everyone's fine with the picture. And a few people commented, maybe clean your glasses or put them on. Have you got your glasses, Simon? I tell you, I'm having a good look at you tonight.
Stop. Stand back.
It's the purple ones.
I don't think I've seen them.
Yeah, they're in the same set as all the other ones. 5 for a tenner.
Right, while Laura's setting up there,
There you
do you want
go.
to just dash around and show me the lovely purple beard?
Show the beard.
Isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Sue said it, she meant, no, it's not blurry where she is when she put her on.
Oh right.
How does warming the flour help, Laura?
So it helps to activate the yeast. So when you're using any type of yeast, something warm will just help to quicken that process and activate it. So
we're making bread.
Because we're making bread, so
bread rather than
yeah.
cakes, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm going to get Simon to run round, Laura, and show everybody his lovely purple beard.
Come on, Simon, take the stage.
What do you think?
Thank you, Laura. Good evening, everyone. Here's the beard.
See, there you go. Look, he's looking all right tonight, isn't he?
Thank you.
He's got his new glasses on that I've never noticed, or maybe I just don't look close enough. But I do like
I wear a
this
different pair every day, just depending which ones come to hand.
What suits his beard as well.
What clothes I'm wearing, or
Slight purple tint in these glasses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is actually. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I like this purple, girls. What do you think?
Right.
Next week when I'm away,
I'm going back
okay,
now.
check what colour he's wearing because he might get a bit sneaky when I'm away and let him come in with some frigging
Yellow.
horrible thing.
Horrible thing.
Yellow is not my favourite colour.
Charming. Okay,
So
so
Brown's warning Karen Griffiths she doesn't have to wash up tomorrow. So plenty of love hearts there for you, Simon. Oh, and Karen says, have you had an haircut as well? I haven't noticed the haircut. Have you had an haircut as well?
No.
No, she hasn't. Have you just got bald now?
Karen did.
Karen Griffiths?
No, it's not cut it since I last saw her.
No, he's not had a haircut since his last saw you, Karen.
I've only got 10 minutes
Right,
till
come
my
on then,
dough's
carry on.
ready. Come on,
Come on.
guys. So 125 grams of unsalted butter has gone on in there. So we'll just give that a quick beat.
I'm with you, Paula. Yes, he needs a good shave.
No, he doesn't need a good shave. That's very vibrant.
Okay, so we've got our sugar ready. So now next we need the flour.
Mandy Harvey's got a bit over the top. She do a shave. Thank you, Mandy.
Ooh.
Just a nice purple beard.
Yeah, maybe that screen's gone fuzzy.
Has your screen gone funny, Mandy?
Oh, fine.
So, we're going red now.
Can I just take that bag of flour that you're resting in? Okay, so 300 grams of plain flour. I do sometimes forget and just say we're using flour, but it's plain flour that I'm using in both recipes tonight.
So that's a bit new, Laura. You just bring it on to it. Tracy Scribbins has just choked on a chocolate when I said, Simon, you go involved.
And then again, just another sprinkle of salt. I'm never going to get this 10 minutes use, am I? Me do will be there going, take me. Take half a teaspoon of your bicarbonate of soda into the flour, and then 1.5 teaspoons of the baking powder. So that's a level teaspoon and then half a one.
Well, there must be something wrong with a few of them tonight. Joe Griffin thinks we look sexy.
Ooh,
so we've got
tell you what.
Sexy. Right, what's going on here, Si?
Simon should come on the camera more often. I think it's because they didn't know they were getting a man on screen, did they? And we're like, woo. Calm down, ladies, calm down. Okay.
Lorraine Pike's just had dough. Does she want to borrow your glasses? Oh, God. How much sugar? It says Marie Banks. I think she's going to say, how much sugar do you need to ice the bun? But we haven't got to ice the bun yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
Wait.
We're not there yet. We haven't made the buns yet. The buns are still cooking. I put sugar in the buns.
Alright, how much sugar? Yeah. So she put, how much sugar do you need in the iced bun? Sorry.
Right, in the bun is 90 grams of sugar. Okay.
And who took a bite out of the cookie, Laura?
Oh, I haven't took a bite out of it. I've just snapped it in half so you can see the colour inside. That's all I've done.
Hey, I'm on a diet. I've had nothing. I've had a mackerel.
There was a few more, but the kids have had them on my way out.
I've had a mackerel this week, which I shouldn't have had.
Okay. So in with the butter, we're going to add in the sugar. So there's 100 grams of the light brown sugar in there and 100 grams of the raspberry ripple icing sugar. But again, you can choose whichever flavour that you want. So that's going in there. And I'll just get me spatula. Always something. Just like to get my steps in.
Somebody's moved the bowls around. So
I have moved that mixer back there.
I'm just going to show where you're up to with that.
Yep, still going. It's like you two miss everything that I'm doing when I'm in front, because you're looking at your screens trying to keep up.
Simon's at the camera tapping around with his 2 fingers and I'm trying to read the comments. I'm just looking at Elaine Lawson here. She dislikes beards and wished that her husband Simon would shave his off too. He's got the biggest beard I've ever seen, and thinks that both Simons should do it for charity.
Oh.
No, this Simon's not having it, Elaine. No charity beard shaving on beard. I've got to leave this
It's not that, I don't want to do the charity out any money.
Pay the charity to keep it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to mix that baking powder and bicarb into my flour while we're waiting for the sugar to mix in. And then I've got my egg
Linda
ready.
Miles is naked.
Is what? Naked?
We now know that Linda Miles is naked because she's having a lovely bubble bath with her glasses on.
Oh, right.
That keeps steaming up. There's a picture.
Yeah. Okay, so once that's creamed together, you're going to add in your egg. So it's just 1 large egg. Another quick scrape down.
So Anne Kalida says, I've just found you. How often are you on, please? So we're on every Monday morning if we haven't got a class. We're on every Monday night at 8 o'clock, every Thursday at 8 o'clock, and every Friday at 11:30 a.m. if we haven't got a class. If you go to the top of this page, the calendar is there. It gets updated every Friday, and that will tell you what's going on. And we do pop up with some impromptu lives as well.
Yeah.
So the calendar will go up tomorrow for what's going on for next week. No lives on Monday because it's a bank holiday, we're closed. But we have filled it up for the rest of the week.
Okay, once the eggs mixed in, then you're going to add in your flour and the bicarb, baking powder and salt that's in there. Give that a quick chopping.
And Misha likes the colour of the blue KitchenAid.
I do. We've not used this one for ages, have we?
Keep hinting at the husband, but he's having none of it.
Yeah, I just find it's just easier to go and buy it yourself and say my presents come off you. That's what I've learned these days. Yeah, tell him what I want, and he don't get it, so I just say I've bought it now. You don't need to sort me out a present.
How many cookies does this mix make, Laura?
I get 14 out of it because
they're big cookies, these are.
I weigh them, so roughly about 60 grams per cookie. So 14 I got out of this one that I made today, and there's some in the freezer, and some have been cooked.
So the KitchenAid is bouncing because mine, Laura.
I don't know. I think it's because I've just got two next to each other. Okay. So next, I'm going to add in some white chocolate. So again, it's up to you what kind of chocolate. The one that I made today, I've added in Smarties and milk chocolate chips. And then in this one, because I'm using raspberry, I'm going to use the white chocolate. So you need 300 grams, roughly, of chocolate. I've got another bag. I'm running out of everything tonight.
Beverly cousin said she used to do the same, Laura.
With buying yourself something. Yeah. Well, for years I've hinted and never got anything. Normally it's the night before my birthday or Christmas Eve, and he'll say, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, "Well, it's a bit late now." But you could just get something in the sales. But then what you want's never in the sales.
This is an interesting one. Harlem horses. My husband doesn't notice if I buy a new horse, but notices when I buy a new mixer.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it?
Yes, the horse isn't in the kitchen now.
And Lorraine Pike says, "What? No lives on a Monday? That's ridiculous. That means I'll have to talk to the hubby." Lindsay Pearson says, "Laura, where are your lovely sparkly rings, Laura?"
Oh, I took them off.
She's taken them off, but I always
She always says to me, "Don't bring your rings." And every time I come and she's like, "Your rings."
I actually don't like anybody baking with their rings on. And if I remember, I'm trying to tell everybody to take their rings off. And the reason is, I'm going to ask you all to take your rings off and smell them. Alright? And then take your earrings out and smell them. And then you'll understand
This is an
why
interesting
I
talk.
ask you not to wear rings when you're baking. So if I see anybody who's wearing rings, I won't eat what they're making.
If you do want to clean your rings, you can just put them in a little tub like this, and put in some white wine vinegar and a teaspoon of bicarb. Leave your rings in there, your necklaces, your earrings in overnight, and the next day they're sparkling.
Are they?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
I
smell
do
of
mine
that.
once a month.
You never see me wear rings in the kitchen. You never see Karen wearing them. And if I remember to get all of the artists before they come in, I tell them. So if I catch Laura,
Yeah, but I've had my nails done, so I've got nails instead.
Well, nails are fine because they're not stuck on. They're acrylic nails.
Yeah.
So to me, when you've
They're
got
not coming
acrylic
off.
nails, they're on like proper nails. If you've got stuck on nails, then they can fall off, so you shouldn't have them on. No, they're
built up.
filed and built onto your nail. So they file your nail bed, okay, and then
they build it
Lesson
on.
in nails for
Yeah,
Simon.
and they build it on with acrylic.
Yeah.
They keep building it up. They can't come off, you have to file them off or straighten them off.
Yeah.
So they can't flick off. You can only flick off if you're in Liverpool and you keep biting round them and eventually you rip them off, but they're very painful to do that.
And I only had them done yesterday, so I'm hoping they last longer than a day. Okay, so once you've got your dough mix.
So Kit Curry says, Laura, you're full of good ideas.
Okay. Thank you. Do you have my little tips along the way sometimes?
And people are here saying they always take the rings off, and hopefully the rest of you will take your rings off.
Okay, so I'm just taking out the mixture and squashing it together. I just want to try and get 3 even amounts of my dough.
Some of you can't get your wedding rings off, then when you're baking you should wear gloves.
Yeah. I'm wearing gloves
It's just
for
my personal
colouring.
thing. Do you know what? It's up to everybody
Yeah,
else
it's up,
what they
it's
do.
up to everybody.
It's
Yeah.
my personal thing. I just don't like it.
I do take them off when I'm at home because I can put them on the side, but if I do that here I'll just leave them. So I left them at home today. Okay, so as I said before, I've coloured these cookies. I don't know whether the colour's coming up that well for you. You don't have to do this stage. You can skip the colouring stage, but this is how I do my colouring stage. So I've split them into 3 different amounts of the cookie dough, and I've got 3 colours here.
So, Jenny Moore was said, how much baking powder and bicarbonate did Laura use?
In this recipe, it was 1.5 teaspoons of the baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of the bicarb. So just put your drop, or however much colouring you want, in with that first. So I'm just wearing gloves just so I don't get colouring on my new nails. Tap the nails and just give that a quick mix till your colour's mixed in there.
If you've got nail varnish on, you should wear gloves as well because it chips off. But
Yeah.
we don't have nail varnish on, we wear coloured acrylic. So if you're wearing coloured acrylic, it can't fall off, which is great. So if you're painting your nails, you should wear gloves because it chips and peels off.
Okay, so I've got my first colour mixed in. Put that in that bowl. I always do my lightest colour first, just in case some of the colour mixes into the next one. So next the green.
Yes, Lindsay, you've started something. Well done. Right, let's move on back to the recipe now.
Okay, so we've got our green.
Lee Carroll. Lee is a gentleman friend who watches us. I only paint my toenails, but I put my gloves on.
I'm just adding a drop of milk just to help the colour of this green distribute into here. So if you do find that it looks a little bit dry, just add a little drop of milk. It's always handy.
How much fruit can you add to the bread recipe, Laura?
How much what? Fruit.
Yeah.
You don't. If you're going to add fruit into it, I wouldn't add a lot. So I'd say about 50 grams. If you wanted to put a few sultanas in, because the weight of it, because it's quite a light bread, like a brioche, it's very, very soft. So if you put in loads of fruit in the recipe, it's just going to all sink to the bottom. So I would just put a little bit in. So my green, and then last the pink. Okay, put that one on. that one in there.
You always fight with the mixer, you don't you?
I just can't, I don't know. I think it's because I have it on that side,
Right.
and when it's on this side, I can't seem to work out what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got my 3 colours, and I weigh mine out to be 60 grams per cookie. So you just want to take a little bit from your first colour, and you want roughly 20 grams of each. But don't worry if it's a bit over, you can just use a smaller amount of the other one. So 62, that's fine. So then just push all 3 together and just put into your circle shape. So we've got 1.
Laura, have you ever made a cherry cake?
Yeah.
And do you know how to stop the cherries from sinking?
It depends what cake it is.
So Kit Curran says, Carol, has Laura got a cherry cake recipe? She makes them a lot, but her flaming cherries just keep sinking. She's tried all the ways that you can think of to stop it, but it never has.
Google it. It does depend on the recipe, because I have had a few recipes that don't work, but I find that the more like Madeira type style of cake seem to hold them better. But it's down to recipe really. So you're just going to repeat this. I'm not going to do all of it because we'll be here too long, and I just wanted to use up a little bit of time. So you're just going to keep doing that. So you've got your different coloured balls until you've used up all the recipe. Take the gloves off because it's red off. And then what you're going to do is just put them into a container and put them in the freezer. So they need a minimum of 30 minutes in the freezer. You have to excuse this huge bruise. I don't know where I've got it from, but it looks awful on the camera. I can just see it standing out. I don't know what happened to me, but it's fine. I don't know. But yeah, so I've got some in the freezer, so I'll just grab them out.
So why do you do that? I've got the answer for you, Kit. Why do cherries sink to the bottom? Well, they contain a lot of moisture and syrup, and they need to be quartered, washed and dried thoroughly before adding to a cake mixture.
Okay, so these ones have had hours in the freezer today. So as I said, if you just wanted to make this batch, you get 14 cookies, doing it at 60 grams each, and then you can freeze them. And if you just want to make 2 cookies or 4 cookies, or you just want to have it for, or you want to do all of them, you can do all of them, but you've just got the option. They can stay in the freezer for a couple of months, so they'll just be there ready to hand, and then you've already got that stage ready.
So Laura, a question. Julie Barker Platt says, can I ask Laura about marshmallows, which I love?
Okay. I
sent my hubby to the shops for gelatine sachet, and he came back with gelatine leaf. Can she use this for marshmallows, and would you know how much?
You can use it with the recipe, absolutely fine. The quantity of it, I don't really know off the top of my head, but I can find out and message you later. What's the name?
Wait a minute. So Julie,
I have got it wrote down at home, but I tend to just always use the sachets because I find it easier, and I know what to do with it if it starts to set.
Are you on Messenger?
Yes.
Why don't you message her tomorrow, and she'll go and have a root
And I'll find. I've got it in my recipe. I've got a recipe book at home, so I can dig it out and find out for you. So when you're ready to bake your cookies, just take out however many you want.
Into a door handle?
Possibly.
Oh no, it's just somebody's good. Angela's give that.
It's an odd place, isn't it? I didn't even know that it was there.
Angela's give that as a suggestion.
Yeah, there's always a good chance, or there's a good chance that Harrison keeps playing policeman, and he might have whacked me on my arm. I don't know. He's always putting me in jail and put handcuffs on me yesterday, so that could be it. When he was, I don't know.
You jumped into this far.
Oh, probably because I wouldn't let him have sweets or something like that.
So Wendy Harris, I'm not sure. Half the mix with your child, both stir together, and I bet half comes out perfect. I'm not quite sure what that bit's about. Mandy Harvey thinks that when she worked the recipe out, it was 9 leaves.
Yeah, it sounds about right, but I wouldn't want you to just go and do it without me checking. If you want me to let you know tomorrow, I can do. Okay, so once you've got your cookies out after they've been frozen, just put them in the oven, 180 for 10 to 12 minutes. But it's until they're golden, so I'll put these ones in now.
So some of you have done what it says on Google, but I must admit I'm with, where is she now? I am with Deirdre Moore. So she always drops her cherries or chocolate chips on top of the cake mix and then bake. And I've got to be honest, I never mix them in, I just drop them on top as well, let them sink halfway.
Yeah. I think it's like something to do with the air getting around them, isn't it, as well? When
Sure.
when you're whipping it and because they have that juice, it creates like a bit of an air around it, and then it just makes it even heavier, so it drops.
So poor Angela Barbara says, do I cook the dough from frozen or defrost first?
No, cook it from frozen, so it needs at least 30 minutes in the freezer, and then just cook it from frozen, straight from the freezer. So if you have them already in there, I normally have loads in my freezer, and then when the kids say, can I have some cookies, I can just get out however many that I want to cook, so then they don't get, not that they'd ever get wasted, they just eat all of them.
Excuse me.
I'm just going to move this out of the way. Oh.
Yeah, and I would normally just toss them in a bit of flour as well, but I do generally just drop mine on top and they sink halfway.
Okay, so let's move back to our dough. Wow.
Oh, Wendy Harris, sorry, she's rewrote it. Sorry, stir your bowls halfway, they'll turn out perfect.
Okay, so back to the iced buns.
What temperature are you baking those cookies at, Laura?
180
Right,
for 10 to 12 minutes. It's just until they're golden. And I did cook these ones a little bit longer than I would normally do, but I'm going to bring these ones out so they're a little bit higher. Okay, so once your dough's had 10 minutes, I'm just reusing this bowl that I used before just to save on the washing up. Put some oil in and just scrape it all around the sides. This has only had the other dough in it that I used before. And then peel off. Get some oil on your fingers again, just so you can
I've got to be honest,
pull all that
I
off.
thought you had an elephant trunk coming out the... What happened? Can you see it? Look at it. Look at it there.
An elephant trunk.
Well, I was busy looking at comments. I looked at them.
What's that?
What's happened? I've got to be honest, Lisa, I agree with you. She says, my nana had a saying, nobody likes the baker who scrimps on the cherries. She hated seeing cherry scones with tiny flakes of cherries in. So I only ever cut mine in half and piled
I
them in.
never have a problem with my scones when I put cherries in.
No, I don't.
They always stay, but I think it's
Yeah.
because the recipe's thicker.
Well, I was going to say, sometimes I think maybe a Victoria sponge can be the problem.
Yeah, so
But
that's what I'm
every
saying,
ladies
more
have
like
said
that
here about
Madeira
using a Madeira,
style, yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
But I've got to be honest, I think if you're going to have fruit in it, have fruit in it. Scones are lovely anyway, aren't they, with loads of fruit in it?
Yeah. When I make scones, I have to do cherry ones and then a few plain ones for Holly.
Jill Cook is saying, Simon, do you think you could look at your messages on YouTube?
Yes.
Because someone's asking a question.
Can't get accepted on the recipe group, Carol.
Can't get accepted on the recipe group. Oh right, why can't you get accepted? What have you done? What's her name?
Not got accepted.
It's probably because
Jupiter
I've not...
Scorpio.
Pardon?
Jupiter Scorpio.
That's why she ain't got accepted. We don't know who the hell Jupiter Scorpio is. Go and have a look. I'm the one who does the acceptance. I've got to be honest, I only do it once a week. I'll just go over and have a look.
Okay.
I've probably seen it, Jupiter Scorpio. I thought that's not a genuine name.
So put your dough in there, cover it with cling film, and then it needs to prove just on the side, preferably not anywhere that's a draft, or if you've got a warmer part of the kitchen, just leave it there for an hour and a half. Okay, so we put that one to the side, and then fast forward an hour and a half. I'm running out of space. Let's put those cookies somewhere. You need a bigger island.
Laura, it
Needs to get a bit bigger, this island. Okay, so I did all the stages earlier today, and then we're just going to shape this now, and then there's another prove. So all this is explained in the recipe, but obviously I just don't want to wait an hour and a half now for our dough, so I've made this one earlier today. Just need a clean surface, again a little bit of oil on your tray, which I've already got a little bit on before because I've already used it, and then just a little on your hands. And then scoop out your dough. So the oil that we put on earlier will just help to separate that a little bit so you can get as much out as possible. Okay, and now you're just going to fold it just really lightly because we don't want to knock out all that air that we've just spent so long putting in. And you just want to keep rolling it. Now I have put that you get 12 fingers out of this recipe. Sometimes you get 10, sometimes 11, sometimes 12, but always aim for 12 and then just see what you get. So you want a longish sort of shape that's not too fat, because when you slice it, it just starts to go fatter, and we don't really want it to be too long. So just using the end of the palette knife to separate, and then when you're putting it onto your tray, so these are going to expand again, so just spread it a little bit. Just carry on, and you want to leave a little gap because when they expand they're going to end up touching, but we don't want them touching just yet, because then when they do expand they'll just start to expand over the top of each other. So just a little gap between. So we've got 4, and the 2 ends that you get are just going to be 2 little odd shaped ends.
I say don't scratch the board, Laura.
I'm not. I don't know whether you can tell, but I'm not going all the way to the board. I'm just trying to break it down and then just pull it at that little last bit. And just continue all the way through. We'll see how many we end up with. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to get 11 and a little dumpy one. So let's move them over a little bit, like that. So you need them to be thick enough so that they can stand on their own, because if you're cutting it and they start to fall over, that's how they're going to expand, and then they're going to look like that when you bake them. So let's see if we can get one more, and then our little odd one at the end. It's still going to be yummy, it's just going to be a little bit odd. There we go. Okay.
What's the lady called who wants to enter the group? I haven't got a name called Jupiter on here.
Okay, so again, cover in cling film, and then you're going to go for your second proof. So just leave this where you left it before, and you just want to leave that for half an hour. It won't double in size unless it's really hot, like if it was a really hot day, but it will expand so that they are more touching each other, and then when you bake them again, they grow together. And that's how they're traditionally done when you buy them in the shops, and they're all stuck together. Okay, so we'll put that one aside.
Nikki King says she'll have the dumpy one. And Catherine Clark, they're the same on both sides. So yes, if somebody comes in and cuts a big knife up through it, you can actually go and use the other side.
I'll just show you the difference between the
We've
ones.
only got grey in stock at the moment, and the gentleman who makes them is away on holiday as from Saturday, so we won't get any more till mid-May.
So these are the ones that are ready to bake. So they're just starting to touch each other. So you can see that there's a lot, I don't know whether you can see, but if I lift it up here, you can see that I've got some nice air in there, some good bounce, and that's what you're looking for. So these are going to turn into them on the second proof, and because they've already had that first proof, they're already active and ready to get going again. So I've not got as many here ready to bake because I've used some of these to bake that we're going to decorate. So once they've had that second proof, half an hour, you're going to put them into the oven just as they are on 180. We're going to bake them for 10 minutes, and then we're going to turn it down to 170 just for the final 2 minutes. So I'm going to put those ones in now and check the cookies. Just give the cookies another minute, and then they'll be ready. Okay. And then here's the ones that I baked earlier. So these are the ones that we're going to decorate today. So I've used the two ends, which these two here. So they just come up a little bit more different, but these are more your traditional long ones. I did have a bit of an issue because I'd over-proofed mine, that they didn't come out as nice as what the ones that I've just done will do. That I'm going to cook later. Well, I don't know later, well, depends what time it is. But yeah, so these are the ones that we're going to decorate. So I'm going to make an icing with the lemon drizzle. So I'm just going to make a royal icing to decorate on the top. And then we're going to make some cream as well to slice and fill in the centre. So what I would use is get a tray.
You're looking for some more stuff, Laura?
I'm trying to use the stuff that I've already used, so that there's not as much. So when I'm ready to decorate, I put a tray underneath my tin. We'll just do it like that, so that we can catch some of the drizzle and the sprinkles if you use them, just so there's less mess. And I need a bowl, so we'll use this one. Okay, so the amount of icing sugar or whipping it up, in the recipe it says icing sugar, but I will put the quantities for the whipping it up as well. So if it's icing sugar, roughly about 125 grams should be enough to decorate all 11-12 of your buns. But again, it's down to how much you use and how much you want it to go over the sides, and everyone has a different preference, so you might need to just add a little bit more. But with the whipping it up, I'm just going to start with 100 grams, and then we'll see how we get on. Okay. So again, you can use any flavour of the whipping it up or icing sugar, down to your preference, what you want them to taste like. Making a mess again.
Jackie Adams says, why is everyone using lemon drizzle? Have they obviously heard it's my favourite?
I was just thinking today, you know, like when I was thinking about putting cream in these iced buns, I just couldn't get past having a lemon cream. So I was just like, I bet that's what I'm going to have to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take these cookies out. Try not to burn myself. Okay, so when the cookies come out, they will look a little bit wet and a little bit undercooked. As long as they're golden brown and have a little crisp at the top, then they're cooked. They'll continue to cook whilst they're cooling down. So don't worry about it, and you know, that's just how it is, and you will get these little cracks in them as well. So just leave them to cool now. In about 5 minutes you can eat them warm if you want to, or you can eat them cold, but that's just a different way of making cookies to colour in. The kids just find it a little bit more fun if they're coloured. So that's the cookies. So we'll come back to those later when they're cold. Try not to burn myself. Okay, just need to keep an eye on that. I think I put them in at 4 minutes past. Remind me if I forget about them. Okay, so I've got my whipping it up there for the icing.
So Anne-Marie said, how much for 12 buns? But I've missed the question.
Is it for the icing sugar? So 175 grams for icing sugar, and I'm just going to start with 100 grams if you're using the whipping it up. And we're just going to add a little bit of water to that in a minute. But again, it's down to personal preference of how much you use, because depending on the size of them as well, you might cover one a lot more.
We've been to your house and you've done giant ones before.
I know. Well, the ones that I did.
Loads of bread.
So the ones that I did last week with Harrison, which I took some pictures of, Harrison wanted to be involved in all of it like 3-year-olds do. He wants to make it. He wants to get his hands stuck in. So we did get some funny shapes, and we did get a lot of icing and a lot of sprinkles. I was trying to get him to just use one sprinkle, but he was having none of it. He had about 6 or 7 different sprinkles out, and they were all going on.
Well, Linda Slater, that's her in the kitchen tomorrow. She's going to make both of these.
It's a creepy mixer. Okay, so...
And Angela Bragg says she likes the sound of these and she loves watching you live, Laura.
Good. I'm glad someone does. Okay, so 300ml of cream. I'm just going to leave a little bit in there because everybody knows I'm not great with cream. If you watched me before, you know
Why
that
are
I'm
you
probably...
whipping it up?
Because I'm using it as a royal icing. I'm just going to use it to flavour the cream. So I'm just going to put a tablespoon in there. Here we go again.
What?
That's what they're all thinking at home. Here we go again.
Why are you using whipping it up?
Why am I using whipping it up? Why am I adding it now? This is what we had last time, wasn't it? I dread it. I think, why am I doing cream? Because I like cream, and at home nobody questions it. They just eat it.
Noreen Shire says, we all love watching you hunt.
Thank you. So I'm just going to start off slowly this time to make sure that we don't over cream the cream. But I've saved a little bit in there just in case we have any problems. So just whisk that. It's really like that. Just need to keep an eye on my buns just so I can turn them down for the last 2 minutes.
So Jenny Mark says she loves watching you too. Lots of ladies love watching you here.
Good. I'm going to put, I said last time I was there, I was going to put a post about what you wanted me to make next, and I haven't done it, and every day I think, right, I need to, but I go on and I'm approving the posts and looking at other people's things, I get distracted, and I'm like, I just need to put my post on about what you want me to make next. So in the morning when I'm putting the recipes on, I'm going to put a post on, so it's Laura Stafford on the group, and I'm just going to ask you for your ideas of what you would like to see me make over the next couple of weeks. So don't tell me now, because I won't be able to catch up on it all. But tomorrow on my post, make sure you add in what you would like to see. If there's something that you've been thinking that you'd like to make for a while and you haven't made, or you don't know how to make, then I'm more than happy to give it a go and see what we can come up with.
So, Laura, have you got your sing-song voice on?
Yeah, it's a bit. Is it Nick King's birthday today?
It's birthday, isn't it? So
I'm sure I've seen it today or yesterday.
So we've got Donna Louise Andrews' birthday tomorrow.
Okay.
And let me make sure I've just seen somebody else's birthday come up. Well, we're all wishing it happy birthday, right? Are we ready?
Yep.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Louise Andrews. Happy birthday to you.
Hip hip. You have to pick when I was doing the cream, so I'd forget.
Yeah.
Just speed it up a little bit. You're not getting anywhere fast, are you?
Kit Curran said she loved watching Laura. She made your brownie meringue cream cake.
Oh.
It was delicious and never lasted long. Quite a lot of people made that. That was brilliant.
Yeah. Well, Mum said it was my best yet.
Yeah,
Got a little gold star. I did.
I didn't taste it, and I've not tasted nothing in the kitchen either tonight. But I've got to say that was that nearly got me to taste it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And there's loads of people who made it.
So Mum came round and had a barbecue with us, and we all had the meringue cake, and I did Mum a little bowl of fruit. I was like, "There's yours, and this is ours." This massive one. But I needed eating, so what could I do? So I did give her mixed fruit. She didn't just get any standard fruit. There were strawberries, raspberries, blueberries. Pulled out the big berries.
Yeah.
So I've just turned the oven down then for my other rolls that are in there now. I did buy double cream, didn't I?
And Kit Curran says her family said it was her best cake yet as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, it was big and it was extravagant, but I just really enjoyed it.
Who made that brownie meringue cake? I know lots of you did, and I saw lots of people saying it was delicious.
Yeah,
Quite nice, isn't it? Brownies and meringues together.
Yeah, because the meringue was just a little bit on the crispy top, but a little bit soft, and then the cream helps to just like break it up a little bit with the fruit. Oh, it was good. Bringing back good memories.
Sheila Hudson made it, said it was lovely. Nikki King said, did John eat your size, Carol, just to help out? How much size did John have?
No, it just had, I mean, to be fair, it was a big cake. So one slice was enough, and we'd had a big dinner.
Karen Horn made it. She said it tasted amazing. Maid Jane said I did, and it lasted 5 minutes.
Yeah. Quite an impressive, like, looking cake as well, isn't it? Because it's so big. Right, it's getting somewhere now. Don't distract me. I think doing it slower has actually helped it to be nice and white as well, hasn't it? Well, you can't see it, but it's a lot whiter. I just want a nice soft whip. Let's have a look. Yeah, I like that.
This is funny.
I like it.
Pauline Zane says, I'm enjoying watching this live. She's hiding in her bedroom to hide from her daughter's new puppy who's teething and find her feet quite attractive. And Deirdre Moore says, what cake are we talking about, please? When Laura was in 2 weeks ago, she made a double layered brownie and a meringue cake, and it was amazing.
I think I called it chocolate.
And Lynn said, are your buns okay, Laura?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good, well done, Lynn, for reminding. Did you not put a timer on, Laura?
I don't know how to work it.
Are they okay?
Yeah, we're good.
They're done. Thanks, Lynn. They're looking overdone then.
No.
No.
Hey, don't you missing me buns?
I tell you what, we need you lot putting timers on.
I'm a bit rubbish with timers. So,
Yeah,
there.
good
So you
one.
just want to have a nice golden top, and this should be slightly paler in the centres where they're joined. So, yeah, I'm going to put them, they're red hot, so I'll put them down. I'm just looking for a nozzle.
What type of nozzle do you want?
I've got one there. Just one I can do some cream with. One and that'll do.
That's the thing with puppies when they're teething, they do chew everything up, don't they?
Oh, that's already got a hole in it.
So I've got a question here from Becky.
Go on.
It says, I put almond essence from 2009 in my baked tart. This is recently, not in 2009.
Yeah.
It smells a bit alcoholic and tastes a bit weird and alcoholic. It's 13 years out today.
13
Might have
years.
just poisoned me.
No.
13 years out of date.
Yes.
Oh, if people were honest and they looked at what they had in their cupboard.
Yeah. I have a clear out every couple of months and I still manage to find something that went off a year ago. I'm like, how have I missed this? I don't know where it comes from. Okay, so I'm just using a 1M nozzle
But obviously
for
the
my
correct
cream.
thing to do is to use the baker.
Absolutely.
Flavoured
Flavoured
icing
icing sugars. That's how Sugar and Crumbs started, all because of almonds. Yes, our kitchen smells absolutely gorgeous, like it always does. It's very hard not to eat things in this kitchen, but I will tell you, I have lost 8.5 pounds. I went away last weekend to see my new grandbabies, came back, didn't put any weight on at all, which I'm really pleased about. Having said that, I wasn't even naughty while I was away. Albeit I did have Japanese on 2 nights. Ryan did want to have Japanese one night, steak another night, and Indian another, but I didn't want Indian, so I voted for Japanese. So I probably don't think that did me good, really. And I've not weighed myself this week, if I'm honest. I seem to have jumped up out of bed in the shower and out the door fairly quick.
Okay, so I've got my cream ready there. I've got some sprinkles, there's a massive box of sprinkles in the cupboard, so I've got them there.
Oh, India's watching. So our new lady at India, I didn't know she was called Moan. I don't know, she gets a load of but yeah, I now know what she was going on about, because she's called India. Lots of when she was younger, the kids used to call her Japanese, Kenya, or all sorts of daft names. And then she started going on that they called her Moan and Minnie, and I didn't get it. She called it India Moan.
Right.
India's moaning. Bless her. So she's popped on to see what you're up to, Laura.
All right.
You haven't
Hello.
met her yet,
No, I
have you?
haven't. No. I'm only really around at night. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of water at a time, and I put a little bit of colouring in as well. So I'm not going to colour my cream. I'm just going to colour my icing.
Linda Mouse is saying vanilla fudge icing sugar for your cream inside the bun and hot fudge over the top.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's
I was half thinking today when I was thinking about the lemon cream. I was also thinking about the salted caramel in the cream as well. There's just so many good flavours.
If you didn't know her name, how do you know?
Because it's just took me a minute to understand
Oh,
what she
right,
was
yes,
saying.
it
She's
has.
posted, "Hello Carol, Simon and Laura. I thought I'd do a cheeky pop on and have a sneak peek at what you're up to."
Ah,
And I'm thinking, who's India Moan?
I see.
So I just had to think about it,
Right.
and then I've realised it's the new
Hello,
day,
India.
That actually works with us.
Okay, so cream in the bag.
And thank you everyone about my weight loss, but I need to do better. I've spoken to my nutritionist and she says I'm not eating enough, and if I don't eat more, I'm not going to lose weight, which is very strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I find that though.
that's
If
what
you're too
she's told me I've
restrictive.
got to have a 3-egg omelette in the morning. Crikey.
Yeah, protein's really good for
3-egg
you as
omelette in
well.
the morning.
Yeah.
I had a 1-egg one this morning. I was full.
I only ever have 2.
I couldn't eat 3 eggs in the morning.
Okay. Right, let's get a knife. So I've got my icing ready, I've got my cream ready. Let's get a knife for these buns.
I do agree, Di Wheeler. John did say to me, because I said to John, it's only £8. And he went, Carol, only £8. So I went, look what £8 is. And Di says, well done, Carol, you should be proud of that. That's like carrying 4.5 bags of sugar. And I will be careful when I go on holiday. I am taking all my healthy stuff with me. Thankfully we have to do everything self-catering, don't we, Laura?
Yep, so we can be good.
It might be hard walking past that. Where we go? I want to go.
Rick Stein's.
We want to go to Rick Stein's.
Chicken.
That could be a bit hard. Ooh.
We can have peas.
I can have fish.
You have the peas. We'll have the fish and chips. I don't actually like batter, so I'm good because I'll just have.
Anne Marie's laughing. She said, "Carol, I don't know where you
Fish
find
without
the
the
time."
batter.
She knows. She came in today. I was eating me my granola for lunch.
Okay, so if you want them iced and cream, I'd put the cream on first, and this is why it's important to have everything, because your icing will start to set straight away.
Quite a few people, including Anne, wants to stick her face in that lemon cream. Isn't it funny how we use that saying, I want to stick my face in it, I want to face plant it? I wonder where that came about. Well done, Cara. Been watching old lives, and what a difference. Yeah, they are the old lives. I know I watched the old lives with embarrassment. In fact, I watched last week's lives with embarrassment.
Okay, so separate, and let's get some cream in there. We should really have separated that from that one. Get the sprinkles on. So this is where your tray works well, if you don't want all the mess all over the place.
India says, don't worry, nobody thinks her name's real anyhow. And everybody's wondering where I'm getting the willpower from. Well, I never have willpower on a diet, never ever. I usually start on a Monday, fail by Monday afternoon. But I've got to be honest, I've got no desire for anything. The only thing that happened yesterday was we had some macarons in the kitchen, and I made some Swiss meringue buttercream, and I was putting them together for India, and I just had to have one. So bad, isn't it?
Yeah, I forget sometimes, but you know, when you're just in the kitchen, you just pick stuff up, don't you? You don't always think about it.
Well, to be fair, me and Karen were good, because Karen had half of one and I had half of one.
Yeah.
It wasn't a full one, but I suppose it was really, because they were the super-sized giant macarons that Karen made by mistake.
Oh, right.
But I'm just saying it's half of one.
So like this, now I'm getting icing all over my fingers. What do? Do you lick it?
No.
Don't lick it.
Of course you can't lick it.
No, I'm not going to lick it now. But if I was at home, this is the problem when you're on your own, isn't it? So I'm just going to decorate a few of these, and then...
Oh my goodness, that puts it in perspective. That's 16 blocks of butter.
Mm.
Oh, might look at butter a little bit different again.
What?
Well, when I
Weight,
look at
a
those-
weight loss.
Yeah, for weight loss. I think I might get 16 blocks of butter out and keep...
Yeah,
Carry
and
on.
see.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to put that on the side for now, because it's a bit...
Oh, that's interesting. It's Rick Stein's is so expensive and not the nicest. Oh, really?
Well,
No Nicky King, no pastries or scones or clotted cream. I know it's going to kill me. I love clotted cream. Oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to cope. And I'm meeting up with Nicky King while I'm down there.
yeah.
So ladies, next Saturday, I keep saying I'm going to post about this, but it is in announcements. Next Saturday, if you want to join me, I am doing a demo for the British Sugarcraft Guild, sorry, not foundation. It's £10 a ticket. There's 4 cake artists. Can you believe it? They got me down as a cake artist, Laura.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, there's 4 artists on, and I start at 10 a.m. So
What's he doing?
I am
When we're on holiday next week.
I'm doing a flower pot, and I'm making a flower pot. So I'm carving a flower pot, covering it in sugar paste, and then I'm using nifty nozzles all over it. Or I might even use some of these swirly nozzles, to be fair, because I think those swirly nozzles will make great looking flowers. They look delicious, Laura. Don't they look good, these? And I love that nice swirl effect. That's like what you get when you go to Greg's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eh?
I'm just going to move this out of the way so it looks a bit neater. We'll pop a few on here.
Everyone's saying, Laura, how delicious they look.
So you could do cream and
non-cream. Says, do
non-cream.
you deliver to Wales? She'll eat them right now for you.
See, the ends don't actually end up looking that bad, do they?
They look great, Laura.
They look. I mean, the ones that I made with Harrison last week, they were so big, but they were so good.
I don't know whether this is a compliment or not. Tracy Scribbins, you look amazing, Carol, but please don't change your craziness. It helps us get through. Tanya Herbert is drooling, and I have to say, they smell very good.
Oh,
They look
the
good.
lemon.
But I am going to resist. You take them on home. So, man, you don't eat it. You don't eat gluten, do you? Everyone's saying, Laura, they look so good.
They do look good.
Let's just wipe this down.
Yeah, it's very hard to diet in this kitchen, really hard. But to be fair, I have been good, so good. Oh, and I'll tell you what else I had yesterday. Look, I even know what I had. I had a chocolate ball.
One chocolate ball.
One, it was a sprinkle, what they call cocoa balls.
Yeah.
I took one for the team yesterday. When I was decorating those cakes with the rose and swirls yesterday, took one of those. Google a picture of how much it looks like. You'll be surprised. Well done. Yeah, I will, in fact.
Okay.
Laura's booked me in for swimming every day while we're away.
Yep. Well, it does say it's raining so far most days, so we might as well be undercover somewhere.
And Nikki King says, can I take them to Cornwall with me?
What, these?
Can you bring them down?
Definitely some cookies.
So are you, is that,
I'm done.
are you done?
I'm done.
All right.
Over to you, Carol.
So Carol Deborah White, she's booked for it. So, I didn't finish. The British Sugar Craft Guild. So it's £10 for the ticket. I'm donating my fee back to them because I don't want to be paid. There's 4 artists. It's on all day. And I start it off, and then there's going to be no surprise giveaways, and we're donating prizes as well. So what time is it, Laura?
It's only 9:30.
Half
You've
nine.
got half an hour,
Do you
Carol.
not want me to show you how to use these nozzles then? Got a bit excited today. Went to Matalan and bought a new cardigan. Right, good. Right, Laura, do you want to watch them?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a comment on that, and then realised that she's lost weight. Right, okay, should I show you how to make Swiss meringue buttercream and use these nozzles?
Shall we move these cakes out of the way? So
I'll
we
move
can
them out the way there.
Thanks,
So we just get a bowl there. And then I've got some prizes to do, so, ooh,
That's the one that does its own
it's
thing.
tricky this, isn't it?
It's the one that does its own
Unplug
thing.
it.
I don't know why you always get this one out.
That's the best
That
one.
was the one that was always that's the one Karen gives me.
That's the best mix in that one. Apart
We
from
need to
that.
stop using it.
No, it's the best one.
It's the best one.
It's the one that vibrates the least.
Right.
It just turns itself on sometimes.
Right, so Karen's got all
It
this stuff
turns
out there.
itself
Turns
on.
itself on.
Right.
So I'm going to. So yesterday I used these nozzles, wherever they are. Where are they? Do we know? Oh, there they are. Right. So I use these, but we.
You need me to get you anything?
I need to put the kettle on and
Okay.
put it in. Put some in a jug, and then I need to weigh it. I've got a small jug here. If you can throw that water away,
Yeah.
that would be great. And then I just need to microwave this butter as well. So I'm going to chop this up, and we'll get this in the microwave in a minute. So if any of you have used whipping it up is our multi-mix. It's nearly a year old now, to be a year old in May. And then it makes lots of lovely, delicious things. We've done loads of recipes. It's on the recipe website. They're soon to get their new bags. Our new bags are going to be released on the 13th of May, I think they arrive with us, which will be great. So we don't have to label them, honestly. You want to see the amount of bags that me and Karen label. We get all the great jobs, Karen and I, front, back. Then they go in the warehouse and the lads label them. And then I get cross when the lads label them if they don't label them right, because they're supposed to label them there on the line. They're not particular as me and Karen. You will find that we run out of white bags and the company didn't have any white ones left, so they're coming in brown at the moment. But like I say, in a few weeks they'll all have their own pre-printed bag. So for the whipping it up and making the Swiss meringue buttercream, I just want to show you how to make it. So let me get a knife, and I need to put that in the microwave in a minute to soften the butter. Right, so what do you want me to do to you? I want to put the kettle on, Laura.
Kettle's on, got the jug.
Pardon? I've got a stiff neck. Don't know what's happened to my neck.
So if I'm like that, I don't know what's gone on with my neck, but it's gone very stiff. So I'm just going to chop this up, cube it up. And I'm just going to pop it in the microwave to soften it a little bit more. And then we'll get it on the beater. So I'm going to use a full packet. You can use half a packet, but because I'm going to use all 4 nozzles.
How much hot water do you need?
Pardon?
How much boiling hot water?
I need, I think it's 270 mils, yeah, please. Right. And Laura, can you just bung that in the microwave for me for 20 seconds? And I just need to get another beater. Just one sec. Have you nicked mine with the beater?
No. Yeah.
Oh. Just put that in the microwave, 20 seconds. And then we'll bag up these nozzles. Let me find some piping bags.
Yeah, I've got them all out.
So if we just go to the over the top, Simon. So we're going to bag up Mrs. Whippy here. Not Mrs. Whippy, this is the Viennetta, sorry. And when you bag up, just pop it in your piping bag. And then you'll see you need to cut just there, just below the end of the cut there. And how I do that is I snip it there, push the nozzle back, and push the nozzle through. There you go. Yeah, it's that soft that now.
Yeah.
Push the nozzle through. Let's get this in the beater. What did you say, Laura, for the butter?
275 hot water.
270.
270.
Yeah. So room temperature butter. So I need 500 grams for this Swiss meringue buttercream. I'm going to put it on the mixer. I'm going to beat it till it's lovely, light and fluffy. Don't know what the comments are, so if Simon could help us out, or when Laura's done, she'll sit down and carry on with the comments. So this one's Mrs. Whippy. We just go to the over the top, Simon. And you'll see this one's got a nice swirl effect. So Laura's going to sit down, she'll do the comments.
So, love these nozzles, Carol.
Yeah, now when I used to do the cake shows and I had these nozzles, honestly, the amount of people that would stand there staring at them, they loved them. And when I show them in a minute, so I showed them yesterday on the live, but you may have missed it. And I'll also bring out Sugar and Crumbs caterpillars as well, so you can see them, just in case you missed yesterday afternoon's live. And then tomorrow they are going to the warehouse lads. They're called Sugar and Crumbs, our caterpillars, and 2 of the lads at work we've given to. They've both got 4 kiddies each. One's got 2 boys, one's got 2 girls, and the other one's got 4 girls. So they're both very excited about getting them tomorrow. So I'll just cut all my bags in preparation. Oh, right, yeah. I don't know how you got your armpit tangled up with the mixer, Laura. Was it up when you turned it on? Right, so when you cut your corners off, make sure you get rid of them so they don't get muddled up.
Do you name your mixers, Carol?
Pardon?
Do you name your mixers?
No.
It's called Luther.
Called what?
Luther.
Luther, a mixer. A lot of them are calling the new rolling pin Luther. So let me just mix the butter up. And get a spatula. Did you take out that 5 grams of water, Laura? Just 1 minute. 270, yeah. So let's just make sure that's going in.
Just recheck it then, right?
Yeah, well. So So what I'm going to do is, this needs about 5 minutes to whip. So I'm actually going to do the prizes for the comments for Karen last week. And Karen is ever so touched at all the lovely comments. So I'm going to go and draw the prizes for them. So I'll whiz it and I'll get Laura to put her finger on. Who won them? I thought we'd already drawn them on Monday night. Karen's. Can somebody tell me? You know, Monday night when Rachel was in the kitchen, I thought we'd already done Karen's 2 lives from the week before.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what lives are we doing then?
Just got to do on Mondays then.
Well, Mondays have only just posted. That's the problem. I didn't post it on Monday, did I?
Right.
I'm well confused because Karen said don't forget to do the 2 draws, and then I messaged her and then she said my 2 Facebook lives, but I did them on Monday, didn't I? Because I pulled out, we did 3 winners, yeah, but they're for the nighttime lives, we don't do them for the others. So I think what I'll do is, because I've said I'll do a draw, eh?
I'm eating.
Yeah, everybody's saying we did them.
I did do it, didn't I?
Yeah, we did them Monday.
Yeah, I thought I did.
Everyone's agreed.
Right, good. Well, what I'll do is, because I said there would be a draw, what I didn't do is, I didn't post Rachel's live on Monday to draw tonight.
So Rachel was doing Rachel's thing.
Yeah, because that's what I was just thinking. It's just as I was about to say that, Rachel picked the winners. Yeah. So what I'll do is, okay, from there I will pick, pardon? Do you know what? I can actually do better than this. You're all in the community group, aren't you? Okay, let's just have a look, Simon. So you're in the community group. Go to the community group now, okay? And we've got that video for the nozzles, all right? So in the nozzle, in that post there, because people are saying about the nozzles, go and comment why you want to win. So go and comment in there now while we're mixing butter, because we're not doing anything else. It needs a few minutes. Go and comment why you want to win. I will spin and I will pick 5 sets of nozzles. How good's that? Okay, so go and do your comments now and I will pick 5 winners. That's good, isn't it? Do you like that? Off you go. Loads of you have 2 appliances in your hand, so you can still be watching, but go over to the Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake community now. Go to announcements. It's in announcements, so when you see it, go to announcements. The video there, Terry made the video. It said get off my nozzles. Go and watch it and then go and put a comment about why you'd want to win. 1 comment per person, and then I'm going to spin it 5 times and we'll give away 5 sets of nozzles. I think that's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
John will kill me. But anyhow. Pardon?
I'm seasoning them with my lemon bun and I've only had half so far.
I've had none. Not going to have any.
Half left here.
Right, so go and do that, all of you. And I'll prepare my Swiss meringue buttercream. And if you've got 2 appliances, you'll be able to keep an eye on what I'm doing as well. So I'm using the strawberry milkshake. And the reason I'm using this is that these are all going into work tomorrow. Unless Laura wants to take any home for the kids, but they've got loads of goodies there, haven't they? So,
Don't mind me, Mum. I'm just having yours.
You what? You having another one?
No, this is my other eye.
Nope, not being tempted. I don't even put my finger in the bowl anymore. Don't lick the bowl, nothing. Well, I never lick the bowl anyhow, but I like running my finger along the spatula afterwards. So whipping it up, we put a full bag in because we've used 2 full slabs of butter, 250 grams, 500 grams of the whipping it up. Okay, chop it all in so you don't get an icing cloud when we put it on the mixer. So go over to that post, let me know when you're all back. So there's 200 and odd of you watching, so there should be another 200 and odd comments and we'll pick 5 winners. What are you laughing at, you?
Where's this post, Carol?
It's in the Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake community group. Okay, and it's in announcements. Go to announcements and you'll see it's a video there. Where's my phone?
I'm laughing because it's all dribbling down my face.
Go on, you be bragging about it, Laura. So if we go to announcements now.
So pay attention, everyone.
So
this is what you need to do.
You need to go to the groups. So here, if you got your phone, you go to your Facebook groups, and then you go and find Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake Community. And then there it's got guides, announcements. Go to announcements, and there it is. It's the first post. It says, Nifty Nozzles are back in stock. I'm delighted that we've finally got some more stock. Check out this bundle deal, 4 ruffle nozzles for just $9.99. Now, John had only put it on as a 24-hour offer, but he realised we did it yesterday afternoon, so he's actually going to extend it until Sunday night. And then if you watch the video, it's quite good, look.
It's called Off My Nozzles.
Hey?
Off My Nozzles.
Wait a minute. I think it says Get Off My Nozzles.
Oh.
Okay. I like the music, me. Simon and Laura dancing in here.
That'll be the next video.
Well, so that's how you do it, people.
Yeah. There you go. So then you go there, you put your comments in, and then you need to start adding them in. So I can see now you're all adding them there. So it's 200 odd of you. So let's get these comments on. I'll keep making my buttercream.
So if you
And John has just texted me.
there's no picture on.
Oh, that's on the website. There's no images on the set of 4 nozzles on the website. Well, there was there, John. I don't know what's happened. But Simon's got to do a picture anyhow afterwards, so I'll use that picture. Right, okay. So make a comment there and I'll pick 5 winners. And I'll thank Karen in the morning for telling me I had to do a draw of her 2 lives. That shows she wasn't watching on Monday. Right, so now it's got the whipping it up in. I'm going to turn this on slowly. And then the water. Laura, have you just had water in here? No, it's got egg in it. Egg in it.
And a little tiny jug, but it's not big enough.
I'll get this on the scales. Yeah, I've stopped wearing flip-flops now. I've got trainers on all the time, so I'm going to run around a bit more. Right, mils. So we'll do 135. And we'll do another 135. So look, can you just get me cold water for that, because I've over microwaved the butter. Yeah. Just 1 minute. So that's all mixing in. And then what we need to do now is start adding water to it. Now don't add all your water all at once. Just add it a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. 135, Laura.
135.
Sugar, yeah. Just a little bit at a time. If you bring me another jug, Laura, I'll wait, because I'd rather mix hot and cold together. Pardon?
Hard to tell on that, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll mix that in together, just to cool it down. So you just mix it in nice and slow. Let it all incorporate. Can you get me out some small balls, Laura? Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you get me out 4? If you throw it in too fast, it starts slip-slopping around, as they call it. So I'll just show you if you put too much in. So if you put too much in, it starts chucking water out and gets all really slippery. Yeah, that'd be great. Look at it, it's all sliding around the bowl. So now we just need to turn it up a little bit faster just so it incorporates. So don't throw in all your water in one go because it will curdle, okay? So you just got to take your time, just a little bit at a time, so it doesn't curdle. So there was a lady on the group last week and she said what had she done? She'd followed it by the letter, everything was right, and then she realised afterwards that she'd used the full packet but only one packet of butter, and she couldn't understand why it had curdled. Another lady on the group said she followed it all, but then admitted afterwards she threw all the water in one go. You can't throw all the water in one go, you've got to incorporate it all. So just little bits, just take your time. And if none of you have made Swiss meringue buttercream with the whipping it up, you're missing out, girls. All of you on here, if you've made Swiss meringue buttercream with the whipping it up, or meringues, or mousse, or biscuits, or macarons, or pavlovas, with the whipping it up, let everybody know what a fantastic versatile product this is. We launched it last May. It's our own product. We've been making flavoured icing sugars now for 8 years. And then, and with our flavoured icing sugars, we make Swiss meringue buttercream, meringues, pavlovas. All we've done now is we've added the other ingredient, which is egg white, and saved you an ingredient, so you don't need to throw away all your yolks anymore, because it's already in it. It's pasteurised egg white, so it's safe for pregnant ladies. And we only use free-range egg white as well. Adding it in, and it up a little bit. Are you still eating?
No, I'm just going to
Oh.
make it cookies now. Thought I'd get a little job done.
Yeah. You're going to bake them here, yeah?
I'm going to put them in the freezer,
Yeah.
and then they can get ready to make with.
Just keep adding it. So you lot go and comment, just one comment, no more than one comment on that post. Just make it fair for everyone. Because if you go and write 5 or 10 comments, that's really unfair for everybody else. Okay? So just one comment on that post. And if you win twice tonight, if you're lucky enough to win twice on that post, you can only win once, if that makes sense. It goes to the next person.
Yeah.
And if Laura's finger lands between 2 people, it will be the person above and the person below that wins.
Posters then?
Well, I'm giving away 5 sets.
Oh, okay.
Might give a few more sets away yet. See how giddy we get.
Stay calm.
Wait for John's comment.
Stay calm, yeah. So, keep adding the water. So you can see how it's coming away from the bowl. So Laura, what is the feedback? You meant to be reading comments, you?
Yeah, I know, but they're all saying that they're also whipping it up, that they've commented. That the Swiss buttercream makes a fabulous filling for vanilla slices.
Yeah,
And,
it does.
And then use the whipping it up as a royal icing on top.
Well, Karen showed you how to make macarons last week. And loads of you have had great success. Some of you have had deflated tops, that means you've over whipped. But she's actually going to show you again this week, and she's going to make the nut-free version. So she's going to make it with semolina and show you how to make it again. She's also going to show you how to make it one colour by colouring your meringue first, so you can go a deeper colour and then add your macarons. And then she's also going to divide it and show you how to make it when you divide it and make it several colours. And she'll go over why they deflate, and it's through over mixing. And I learnt the hard way in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. You only show a picture and tell us about it. I friggin' do it live, me. Properly show myself up.
Can you add cocoa powder to the whipping up?
No, don't add cocoa powder to it. Not to the Swiss meringue buttercream. You can add it for the macarons. And you can add it to a few other things, but don't add it to this, it'll split. I don't know why, I need to work out why that's happening.
Is the whipping it up still on offer?
It's not. It was actually only meant to be on offer for 3 days, and it ended up being on offer for £5 because I actually forgot to take it off. Right, so then turn it up onto full speed, and then you want it to mix now until you see it coming away from the bowl. So yesterday I showed you how to make this with buttercream, yeah? Laura?
Yeah.
What was you saying?
Yeah, Helen Williams said she has 25 bags of
25 bags, get it used!
Never tried this style of buttercream, so we're going to give it a go this weekend.
I've got to be honest, this style of buttercream is amazing, it's so lovely. In my buttercream flowers class, I'm about to start my ladies on it for piping flowers with it. So I've got no utensils here. Is this mine? Yeah. That's it. So I'm about to start my ladies on it, piping with it. So we use buttercream at the moment, but the Swiss meringue buttercream is so much nicer. You can use it in the nifty nozzles, but you have to be careful. And if you've got hands, it's a bit harder. Hot hands, not if you've got hands. If you've got hot hands, you've got to be careful as well because you'll soften it quite quickly. Right, okay, so Laura's got me 3 bowls there. Let's get this in, give them a bit of colour. It's just so lovely and creamy and lovely. It's not greasy. It's actually just really lovely and, I don't know, it's like as though you've got cream, isn't it, Laura?
Yeah. And so Jackie Martin's asking, she's only got a handheld mixer, would she be able to make mix with whipping it up properly?
Yeah, you will. Just make it exactly the same with a handheld mixer. So really beat the living daylights out your butter till it's lovely, light and fluffy. And then mix it all in the bowl, your icing sugar like I did, just chop in. And then you've got your handheld mixer and then you're just trickling in your water. Right, let me get some colour in. So I'll use this pink that Laura used here. Just need to get some spatulas and another colour.
I've got green and yellow here.
Oh, okay, great.
Out on the side, yeah. The yellow is behind in front of where you stuck, and there's some green there.
Get the scales out. So I have used a full bag here. I wouldn't normally use this much, but because the nozzles are so big, what I'll do is after the live, I'll finish decorating all the cups, all the cakes, so we can have them for work tomorrow.
Quite a few people excited about winning the nozzles.
Yeah. So only one comment.
You need to comment on the video.
You need to comment on the video, not on here. Okay. So I'll be drawing from there. One comment. If I find that you've done more comments, you'll be disqualified because I like to make it fair. So if you've done more comments, go and delete them. Just one comment, please. And I'm quite firm on that because I want everybody to be in with a fair chance. And if somebody goes and writes 15 comments, 10 comments, it's just not fair. So we do like you to still do like and shares. We don't shout them out anymore. And you may be wondering why I'm not picking from the shares. And I've been doing shares all this time, but I do see a few comments saying, or people saying, well, I always share and I never win. And then when I go and look in my shares, I can't find that particular person. So I've had a look at Facebook, and it basically is your privacy settings. So if you've got your settings on a certain privacy, I can't see that you've shared, and therefore you'll never get picked. And that's not just with us, that will actually apply to any competition that you're doing. So I've decided to do it a different way now.
So Paula Brown is saying, Laura, can you tell Carol I commented on the post the other day?
Yeah.
So you don't need to do another one?
You don't need to do another one.
And then a few people are still saying they can't find it.
Right, so okay, so it's not on this page. This page is Sugar and Crumbs with Nifty Nozzles. Are you a member of the Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake community group?
Yeah.
Are you a member? Most of you are members, so go.
Some people are saying that they're not members.
They're not members. Well, apply to join now. I'll let you in. Where's my phone? So apply to join. Okay, just answer the 3 questions quickly. So they're dead easy. Just answer the 3 questions. So it's the Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake community on Facebook. And then I'll let you in a minute, and then I'll give you time. I've got loads of piping to do here yet, so don't worry.
I can do it in a minute when I finish.
Oh, Laura can approve you, can't you?
Yeah, I'm just finishing me cookies.
You're just finishing her cookies, so go and apply to join. You'll be in a few minutes. So I've got loads of things to do here. I've got to bag up all my bags yet, and I'll do them at the end. And if I get really giddy, I might give a few more away.
So, Nietzsche,
Yeah.
I think she said, I only found you end of last year. Oh my god, the products are all amazing. I've never really liked buttercream, but the S&C different flavours are gorgeous. That velvet vanilla is to die for.
Oh, the velvet vanilla's lovely. In fact, every flavour we've got is beautiful. Another colour. Right. Hey, it's good. I've got my Fitbit on again, and it vibrates now and shows me my messages.
Yeah.
So that was John just saying that Lincoln is quite settled at the moment. We're having a bit of a bad time with Lincoln. So he's been to the vets today. Had him fully checked over. The vet says we've done so well to get him as far as we have. And we have to accept that he's an old man. And he's an old man. And oh, he's an old man, isn't he? So he's losing weight. We've just got to go with it. What colour am I going to use in here now? So I think I'll use this red. So I won't make it dark red. We'll just do that. So are you letting people in the group, Laura?
I will do now. I've just finished my last
She's
cookie.
just finished her last cookie. She's going to wipe her hands.
Wash my hands.
So go and join so if you're on Facebook, go and join the All About Cake community. And you must be on Facebook to be watching this live anyhow. So it's the Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake community. So go and join that group. There is a couple of questions there, answer them. Even if it's just a case I'm watching the Facebook Live now. And then you'll wonder why you've not joined our group. You need to be joining our group. So our group is amazing. We've got the best group out there. All you ladies are in the cake community group. Go and tell them how amazing is our group. It's the friendliest. It's the nicest. It's the best group. And I may well be big-headed in saying that, but it really is the very best Facebook group for cakes. And the problem is it's addictive, isn't it, girls? And then once you go in there, go to announcements, it's at the top of the page, you'll see the video.
Got a few people there.
So Laura's just letting you in now. Right, so we've got 3 colours there. So I'm just going to bag up my nozzles. I'm going to two-tone them. Okay? Don't worry, just let them in. Jules will have a meltdown, but I'll talk with Jules about it tomorrow. Whenever you apply to join a group, if it asks you to answer the questions, always answer the questions, because I have admins of the group and they're quite strict about you answering the questions. And the rules are going to change. We're going to be sorting the rules out as well for a few things. So while I'm away on holiday, I'm going to sit down and have a look at the rules as well. So it'd be a good idea. I'll be posting them up so you can have a read through them again. They're very fair rules, but you know, some people forget it's the Sugar and Crumbs group, you know, so we only want to talk about things that go on in Sugar and Crumbs and answer your questions. So we don't want any sellers in there. So we don't want any sellers for edible cake toppers. And it's not that we're being nasty about that at all, but a lot of people who make edible cake toppers make them from home. And, you know, for a food safety thing, we can't be endorsing people who make products from home. Plus, we're not here to advertise those people either. We don't allow people to advertise themselves in the group.
So Patricia Turnbull, she still can't find the group. It's called Sugar and Crumbs and All About Cake Community.
Yep.
You need to type in the community bit.
Yeah, you have to put the whole word, Sugar and Crumbs, All About Cake Community.
Lots of people are just saying that the group is brilliant, everyone's helpful, learned loads since finding Sugar and Crumbs and the community group. All the members are helpful and willing to share tips and ideas. And let's put best group for support and friendly comments, no nasty comments allowed.
No, we're on it. We don't allow nasty comments. You know, now and again, me and the admins, we miss them because sometimes sometimes it does kick off in there a little bit. You know, and that's a problem. It's like when you send a text message to people, isn't it? It's how you choose to read it. So we have to go in there and calm things down. But it's very rare that we have to do that. I find it quite amusing, to be fair.
Put the best ever group, honestly, in capital letters.
Oh, thanks, Doe. But we do ask you not to sell in the group, and we do ask you not to promote sellers. It's the Sugar and Crumbs group. It's our group. It's our company. So, you know, you wouldn't like it if I came in your cake shop and said, oh, don't buy off her. Mary down the road is cheaper. So, or better. So that's how the group has to be done. But otherwise, it's all about learning how to make something. So I'm just going to do yellow on the outside for these nozzles. I'm just doing different colours. So I've got white in there. Let's put a load of white in. No, I'll put pink in actually.
So Amanda Casey is just asking, can you just go through what we need to do? Sorry again. So you need to be in the Sugar and Crumbs All About community group, and if you on the main homepage, if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll see announcements. Carol McFarlane admin, and it's the video there that you need to comment under.
I'll show it you in a second.
One comment per person. A few people are saying, oh, bless Lincoln, big hug.
Yeah. There'll be 13 in. We've got 2 old dogs. At the moment, I feel as though I've got a home for geriatric dogs. I've got 5 dogs, and they're all old now. Basil's the oldest. He'll be 14 on the 4th of June. And then Lincoln will be 13 on the 16th of July. Chip will be 13 on the 5th of September. And then the 2 girls will be 12 on the 22nd of October. So they're all getting old, bless them. Right, let's get rid of all this.
Kathy Eaton says, my hubby reckons I spend more time with S&C than I do with him, and reckons I certainly spend more money with you than I do on him. What can I say?
Nice. Just say he lives with you and he's got you full time.
And then Vanessa Wood says you've been a lifesaver during the lockdown.
Oh, thank you. And you know what? So many of you say that. You know, when lockdown came in, John's thoughts was, and I agree with him, and we did, forget the selling, let's get on and show everyone how to bake. And we did, 5 days a week. We were on showing everybody how to bake, what to do. So let me get some cupcakes and then I'll just quickly show you where to post.
I am checking on this, on the group, and I've just approved a few more.
So are you on your phone or my phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. Yeah.
So you need, if you're not in the Sugar and Crumbs community, all about cake community. So it's Sugar and Crumbs, all about cake community. That's where you want to join. And once you get in there, okay, so let's just go. So when you get in there, this is what the group looks like. Let me show you, Simon. Okay, so that's what it's called, Sugar and A-N-D Crumbs, all about cake community. Okay, so once you're in, just under that word in there, you will see guides and announcements. See announcements there? Wait a minute. You see announcements there?
Yeah, I'll go for
yeah. So you can see announcements. Yeah. Click announcements. The first post is new nifty nozzles, and it says get off my nozzles. Okay.
So how to make a comment on that?
Right. So you scroll up, and it says the word comment. You press that, and then you write your comment. So when I first looked at this, there was 69 comments. So you must have all gone mad because there's now 181. Okay. So comment. There. Yeah. Brilliant. Right, so we've got some cupcakes out. So I'm using Sweet Success cupcakes. And the reason I am doing this is we bake all our stuff, but every now and again I have a project going on. We haven't got time to bake, so I order stuff in. And I went a little bit crazy because I don't know what I was doing the other week when I placed my order. I thought I must have had a cupcake, but a live cupcake bouquet class here in the kitchen, because I just ordered that much cake, so we're just trying to get through them all. Let me get rid of that. Right, palette knife, and then show you how to make these. So Simon, do you want to adjust that camera there? Because they won't see him very well from where you are. This one. Pardon? So just crumb coat your cake. I'll just crumb coat a few of them. I'm going to be here. I haven't got a chair, my back's broken as well. So I'm just going to crumb coat a few of these. So these are domed. So when you're doing the ruffles, I would personally just have your cake just under the cupcake foil, you know, just so your cake is just slightly below, so you can flat top. So these are domed. These are great for when you're using them for the other nifty nozzles, but for these I would prefer them to have been a bit more flat topped. Never win, can you, when you're doing cake? Let's get all these done.
We're getting loads of positive comments, there's just so many.
What about the group?
Yeah, well, just about the group. And Sue Law says it's the only place to be when I'm feeling down. My hubby says, do you want to do another order? And I smile again.
Oh, that's so lovely.
And then Helen John says, yes, agree, you have been a lifesaver, but now I don't have as much free time. The lives are queuing up to be watched.
Oh, it's lovely.
Says, my hubby has learned to use the Hoover since she started daytime lives. And then Nikki King says that we living by myself, S&C and my family.
And you know, that's how we like to think that we are. And this is why we're not too snooty in the kitchen or anything like that. You know, well, we're not snooty anyhow. Don't know why I say why we're not too snooty. We're actually not snooty.
Save it for
we don't go for that full professional touch because we're not that way inclined. We're just normal. We're just like you lot. So, you know, and if you have it, all you ladies who watch me live, you know, there's a thing that Carol's winging it. Well, let me tell you now, I am winging it most of the time. And, you know, it's just fun, isn't it? Because the way I look at it, I want to show you things that, you know, you've just bought a new product, you're in your kitchen, you're by yourself, and it's like, how the friggin' hell am I going to use this? Well, you have to play and don't get upset, says she who got upset over chocolate over the ganache cake the other week, which we won't talk about anymore. But I keep bringing it up because I'm friggin' embarrassed about it. So I do go under the table now and again. And then I'm embarrassed for being embarrassed. So we have lots of people who come in the kitchen. We've got loads of cake artists who support Sugar and Crumbs, who come into the kitchen, which is brilliant. Laura comes in every 2 weeks. Karen's here during the day. You know, we have lots of other people coming in. You watch them all. You know, so many of you write and say, Carol, I didn't even know who these people were till I saw them on the Sugar and Crumbs platform. So some of you can write a list and say, who did you meet via Sugar and Crumbs? Lots of you have met, you know, didn't know cake artists, and then you come to watch us on Sugar and Crumbs, and it's how you've got to meet them and know them. Right, Laura, I'm going to have to nick your chair. Sorry, love.
Yes, I'm just trying to finish making everything.
My neck's gone stiff, and sorry, Sam, you have to adjust the camera. My neck's gone stiff, and my back's gone now. Right. Pardon?
I'm just going to bake these other.
Right, brilliant. So the first one we're going to use, are we at the right level there, Simon, for that camera?
Well, no, because you've moved.
Sorry, do you want to do it again? Sorry. Right, let me go and have a look how we're doing on here. So while Simon adjusts, let's go and pick the first winner. So we'll get Laura's finger ready. So let's...
Well, you need to show me where you're actually going to be.
Right, let's just... I'm going to be here, right here.
On the deck?
Yeah. So let me just see if there's any more people needs to join. So Rebecca Lamb, there you go. Rebecca Lamb's in now. Go. So let's pick a couple of winners. I know Rebecca's only just got in. So let's go to announcements. Let's find the post. Right, 207 comments now. Let's line them up. Okay, what you lot? So we want all comments. View previous comments. Keep going. Previous comments. Let's go right to the list. Ooh. Let's go right to the top. Right, so we're right at the top. So Harlem Horses was the first one. So let's keep going. So let's go up and down. So let's get them all loaded.
Harlem Horses didn't win though. You just read out the name.
I just read out the name, yeah.
The finger up.
Right, okay.
I said she was the first one. Yeah, no, she was the first one.
It's not the first one drawn.
No.
Yeah, don't get excited.
Right, I've gone and frigging lost it now. Sorry, I've got to go back in. Groups, there it is. But if you press it too hard, so let's just go backwards and forwards.
It's alright, no one can see you.
I know, but I'm just getting it ready.
Don't press it too hard, so keep going backwards and forwards, keep going backwards and forwards, keep going to the top, keep going to the top, keep going to the top, down to the middle, back up to the top, back down to the middle, down to the bottom. Whenever you're ready, Laura, you've got your finger ready. I'm just waiting for, oh, I've lost it again.
Oh my god.
Finger was ready, I'm just waiting for the
It's taking too long.
You're saying up, up, middle, down,
I'm
up.
waiting for you.
Right, okay. The pressure's too much.
Right, we're going to have to be quick with these. Right.
Okay. Fingers ready.
Fingers ready,
Are you
yeah.
ready at home? Because it's coming.
It's coming. Cranky.
Can't see it on camera now. They don't know when it's coming.
Eh?
They can't see the finger on camera now. They don't know when
Yeah,
it's
no,
coming.
they need you. Right, so let's keep going. I'll start. You keep going. Anytime, Laura. Right, so the first winner is Sarah Saunders. Well, Sarah Saunders will be chuffed. So I'll do a little love heart there. So we've got that one. So Sarah Saunders, you are the first winner. So, yeah, let's pick another one. So let's go to the bottom down here, Laura, whenever you're ready. Wait a minute, go on. I'll keep going round the bottom, round the bottom, round the bottom. When you, oh.
Oh god.
Can't get my finger in.
Sorry. It's funny. But it keeps it going, doesn't it? Anyhow.
The suspense. Come on.
Right, I'm going to go to the bottom there. Let's just load up there. 1 second. Funny, isn't it? I know, I've not even decorated my cakes yet. Right.
I'm sure you said you only wanted 10 minutes, didn't you?
Right, I'm going to take it
3/4
slower,
hour
Laura.
later.
Right, Lindsay Pearson. She's the troublemaker of your rings, Laura.
Yeah.
Lindsay Pearson, you're a winner. Right, let's do another one. Let's go up. I'm going to take it nice and slow. Nice and slow. Whoa. Paula Brown, you're a winner. Whoops. Right, that's 3 winners. Okay, so did you get those, ladies? Okay, so what you 3 ladies, I'm going to draw some more in a minute, but we need to decorate some cupcakes. So what you need to do is email in to info.sugarandcrumbs@iCloud. Tell them that you're the winner of the new swirls and ruffles set of 4, and that can we post it out and pop your name and address on. If you do have an order on the website, okay, ask them if they can add it to your order. If not, we'll pop them in the post to you. Or if you've got an order coming in, it helps us if you've got an order coming in, we can add it. But if you haven't got an order in, we'll post them out to you, so no problem at all. So that's info, it's on the page there, info.sugarandcrumbs@icloud.com, and you email in and let them know what you're a winner of which competition, and then we'll get those sorted out for you. And then I'll draw some more winners in a little while. So hold on. So we've got Rose Twist here now then. Okay. So Rose Twist, can you see on the camera there, Simon?
No, because you put it in a different place.
Well, where do you want me to put it? There?
I said you can do it on the top, down on the deck.
Oh no, I have to hold my hands. I can't type like that. So I always hold my cupcakes. Okay. I never do them like that. I can't do them like that. Sorry. I thought I put it there in the to say. Right, so what do you need to do, Simon?
That's fine, yeah.
Right, okay, so you sit it, you just hover it above there. Okay, so sit it on, then you start to squeeze, and as you start to squeeze, the pressure of the cream will bring your nozzle up. So you squeeze for as big as you want it to go. So you can do smaller than that or more. Now I've stopped now. Now like with the nifty nozzles, they say relax. Well with this you don't. Watch what I do. Twist. Twist. Okay? And there you go. Look at that. We don't have no holes in the middle with our nozzles, girls. Okay, these are the genuine ones. So you don't get ones where you have a hole in it. Look at that. Look at all those lovely ruffles there. Hey? Isn't that lovely, that? Okay, you can put a strawberry in there, you can put a Malteser, a Ferrero Rocher. So this one is the rose twist. This is the one that Laura likes to use for her pavlovas. Okay, and tomorrow Karen's going to show you how to use these to pipe ice cream and fresh cream. So this is the Swiss meringue buttercream, and it works just the same with buttercream. So here we go. So sit the nozzle just on the cake. Don't dig it in like that. Sit it on there. Squeeze, get your ruffles going, let them build up on top of each other. You can go as high as you want. We'll go a bit lower with this one. Stop squeezing, twist. Can you see on the top it's twisted? Go to the over the top side. So it's just twisted there. How lovely is that? Look at that. Look at all those gorgeous ruffles. Put a flake in. Whatever, aren't they lovely? What do you think? So I don't know if Laura's still reading comments.
Yeah, Paul
okay.
Just saying she has got an order in.
Yeah.
So she emails now.
Email in, tell them you've got an order in, okay?
So I just said add your order number to the email.
Yeah, don't write it on here. Just email in and add your order number to it, what you've got in. Just saves us a bit on postage, that's all. So now this one is Mrs. Whippy, okay? Do exactly the same with Mrs. Whippy. And the Mrs. Whippy, it's curly on the top, so have a look. So it twists round Mrs. Whippy.
So
okay.
A lot of people are saying beautiful, lots of love hearts for this one.
Exactly the same. And this one makes it bigger. So go as high as you want, stop squeezing, twist. Okay, so these are actually bigger. You see, look, all these lovely big curls. Look, aren't they lovely, them? Super, super yummy. And the ones that we've got in the fridge are made of fresh cream. So they'll just melt in your mouth, the ones that I got out earlier. So we'll put those there, I'll show you another one. So we'll do the Mrs. Whippy again. So squeeze, 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 stop, twist. That's my new rhyme. Squeeze, 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 stop, twist. Yeah? Now anybody who follows me knows I always have those funny little sayings, which is why there's this big board behind me that Debbie Hargreaves has had done for me with all my silly little sayings. But I like them. Helps me remember. So this one's called Ruffles. Just have a look, Simon.
I didn't realise how many you had until
I know.
I was like, wow.
Oh, there's loads more. I'll come out with all of them. So, so this one's called Ruffles. So we'll just go on here. So they are. So this is the new rhyme for these. Squeeze, 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 twist. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. So we'll do another one. Squeeze, 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 stop, twist. I did stop. Did you notice? Right. Okay. Then this one. So this one, let me show you what's the difference on these there, Simon. Can you have a look? Can you see all the little lines on the ruffles there? Can you see? Aren't they pretty? Do you like them? Who wants to win these? Who's bought them?
Yeah, Linda Miles is saying you could put a dolly pick in the top and it would look like a dress.
Absolutely. Good idea. Okay, so then the last one is Viennetta. They're great nozzles, aren't they? And they are on offer at $9.99. I can't remember what the full price is and what the proper price should be. I can never remember anything with prices anyhow. So you're getting a great saving if you're buying them at $9.99. So make sure you buy them if you don't win. And those lucky winners who win, well, there you go. What can I say? So squeeze, 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 stop, twist. So you see the lovely little ruffles on that, see? That one's wider. Look, and that's why this is called Viennetta. And you can make this as big as you want. So let's go for a really big one. Should we go for a really big one? Squeeze, 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 stop, twist. Look how big that big boy is. with Swiss meringue buttercream. Look, that's the small one. How cool is that? Do you like it? I don't know what you're saying because Laura's gone off to the sink now.
So pretty.
So pretty, aren't they lovely?
$3.99 each.
Yeah, they're $3.99 each, yeah. So if you buy them on their own, they're $3.99 each. You get them four for $9.99 on offer. The offer was only going to be 24 hours. I showed everybody them in yesterday afternoon's live, and then John has said let's extend it. So should we do another Ruffles? We've got 2 more cakes to do.
Angela Black says, I don't like them, I love them. And Helen Miles, loving these nozzles. Flipping it, Carla, am I starting another board already?
You are, Debbie. So, and then, so tomorrow morning, 11:30, Karen's going to show you how to make them with fresh cream and ice cream. So we'll just do one of the Ruffles. So squeeze, 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 stop, twist. Yeah? Okay, so no holes in our nozzles. Okay, they're all full. I'll show you in a minute. Let's do another one. Let's do the rose twist. And then squeeze, 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 stop, twist. I'm being silly now, putting all that on. That's absolutely ridiculous. But I do know a little girl who would just go mad for that. Can anybody guess who that little girl would be who would go crazy for that?
Is it you, Laura?
You all know which little girl will go mad for that, won't she? If she was here now, that would be the one that she would be picking. So what do you think of those?
Ruffles?
Of course you can. So I haven't got to get. Oh, let's knock that one off.
So a lot of people, John Louise Andrews, brilliant. Wow, definitely want to win these, please. I love these nozzles. I did make one out on the community page.
Can you use them the other way like you do for rosettes?
Oh, swirl round.
Or like, or you know, sideways.
I've never tried actually. Never tried. I haven't got enough buttercream in them to try. So somebody said, can you do them so that they're smaller? Yes, of course you can. Squeeze, stop, lift off. So you can do them as small as you want. That's like one layer. And then you could put a little cherry in if you didn't want as much buttercream on. So squeeze, stop.
Oh, no.
I know it's come off the side. I've got a drooper. Freaking hell. We've got a drooper. Our first drooper of the night. Right, okay, so let me put this in the bowl. That's done. So, and then...
Is it really as easy as it looks?
Well, I've shown you here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 times. How many times do you want me to show you?
I'll do it.
I've shown you.
I've never used one.
Right, we'll have to get you some more cakes out. He's never used one, come on.
I've never used one.
Let me get some more cake out.
Simon wants to get back on camera.
Let me get some cakes out.
Simon.
Can you not scrape one off?
Hey? No, we don't want to waste it.
Great, one of the best ones that better not be my ice buns.
What?
I hope that's not my ice buns.
Yeah, no. It's out the freezer. Right, let's just get some more cakes out. Right, Simon.
Somebody's going to have to...
What? Use 2 fingers?
Yes.
Right,
Exactly
okay.
that.
Laura, you're going to have to get round there and learn camera skills.
Okay. I'm in the middle of icing.
Press the space bar.
Yeah.
It goes... Du-dun, du-dun. That's all you need to do.
Are you telling me that's how easy your job is, Simon?
No, I'm just making it easy for you. I've set it up to do that.
See, every time he shows us, he drops us in it because he only ever uses 2 fingers.
We're talking about one finger.
One finger now. I told you, didn't I? He's a 2 finger and 1 finger. Look, he's going bright red now. He's dropped himself in it. Do you know what? He comes in here and pretends he's doing all this technical stuff and everything.
Which camera am I on? The green, this side.
The green one's with the...
Right, so Simon, can you remember the rhyme? What's the rhyme?
Squeeze, 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 twist.
No, squeeze, 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 stop, twist.
Okay.
Right?
Which
Do you
one
remember?
use?
Squeeze, 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 stop, twist. Yeah, go on, there you go.
Right. Okay.
So onto the cake, don't press it in.
I'm
So
waiting
sit it
for
on.
the camera to
Laura.
change.
So-
they want me to see your face.
Go on.
Go on. So don't press it hard on, let it red thing, and as it goes up, you come with it, and you can feel the pressure of the buttercream. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stop, twist. You twisted before, but very good though. I'm impressed. Look at that. What do you think? I'm impressed.
You happy, Simon?
You happy, Simon?
Please.
Right,
Yeah.
do the other one. Get the pink
Put
one.
us on to number 10, please.
Number 10.
0.
What, I just press 0?
Yeah.
So, Simon, you sit it onto the cake, and as you push the buttercream,
No,
as you push
just
the
0.
as you push the buttercream, the nozzle should rise up with it.
Go on. Nothing's happened.
Top 0.
All right. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stop. Twist.
Hang on, just let me twist this a little bit.
Get the pressure on, yeah. Oh, he knows about the pressure then. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stop. Twist. Come on up. Come on up. No, you're pulling it up now. Let it come up with the buttercream. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stop. Twist. So what did you do? You didn't stop and you started to twist.
Right, Simon, it's
Cheeky.
Squeeze, squeeze,
Simon.
squeeze. Stop.
Twist.
Twist.
No, I'll get you another cupcake. Leave them there, Simon. You can be taking these home for your will. Right. So, let's do this.
See, it's very easy.
Yeah, well, you've done very well so far. First 2 goes.
Give me a Mrs. Whippy then.
So remember what you're going to do. Squeeze, 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 stop, twist. So when the pressure, the buttercream, you'll feel the pressure of the buttercream. Don't fight against it, okay?
Don't
so
fight
I'll
the
just
buttercream.
Don't fight with the buttercream. Another one, Debbie. Don't fight the buttercream. So when you've got it on, don't be forcing that nozzle down. As the buttercream's coming up, come up with it. Don't lift up with it. You can feel it. The buttercream, as it's building layers, it's coming up. Okay, so but some people will push it into the cake. Don't.
Right.
Right, so this is your Mrs. Whippy. There you go, Simon.
Okie dokie. So,
Please write on 0 again.
0, please. Yes. So,
Onto
yep,
the cake.
there we go. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to.
Yeah.
It's still on.
Stop making them dizzy. Squeeze, 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 stop. Twist.
Stop.
Yeah.
Twist.
There you go.
There we go. How's that?
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay.
Yeah. That's actually great.
There we
Great.
go.
Well done. Do you want to do the last one?
Okay. Which one?
You got another cake there.
Yeah. That was there enough in it?
No, there's not enough in that.
I'll do this one.
Do your Viennetta one again. That one, yeah. So push your buttercream down. So build up all your layers. Watch your layers being built.
Okay.
Yeah. So watch your layers being built. Come up with your layers. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Stop. Twist. Yeah. There you go. And then you can either.
I'll give you a little clap, Simon. But take
Go
it
on.
out.
Then you can either.
I was enjoying your little camera job.
Eh?
Enjoying your little camera job.
Easier than this.
Then you can leave it like that. We've got no cherries in the kitchen, but they look really nice with a cherry on. But we're going to put a chocolate bauble on. So you can put those on.
Well done, Simon.
Well done, Simon.
Clapping.
Hey?
Easy. Yeah.
There, they've got chocolate balls on. Right, so we need to pick some more winners, don't we? So let's do that, let's do that. So these are on our website, so if you want to buy them, if you don't win them, okay, they're on our website, so sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. Go to Nifty Nozzles and they're called Swirls and Ruffles. John says the image has disappeared, I don't know why. If you go to What's New, they're in the What's New section. And if you go to the top of the page, it's got shop brand, and you go right the way across till you see FB wish list. Don't press the whole lot, press the little arrow, drop down to April, go into April, see Laura's live, see mine and Karen's live from yesterday, and then they're in there as well. And then I want to introduce you to Sugar and Crumbs, because you want to go and watch yesterday's live, it was brilliant. So Sugar and Crumbs, the caterpillars. Laura, do you want to get them out?
Yeah.
So I'll move them over, so there you go. But do remember, squeeze, 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 stop, twist. So I'll show you what we did. So John was talking about the riot that's going on with Marks and Spencer's and Aldi over Cuthbert and Colin, the caterpillar. So John said, I think, you know what, we should make our own caterpillars.
So we won't be in the row because we didn't use a Swiss roll, and we didn't use a chocolate face either. But let me introduce you to, I can't remember which one is which. Laura, get the other one out. So we made these on yesterday's live. So I can't remember if this is sugar or crumbs. Da, 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 da. Look at them, aren't they great? Aren't they great? So if you want to learn how to make them, go back to yesterday's live. They're on YouTube, they're on our Facebook page, 2 o'clock yesterday. Go and watch them. They're brilliant. We had a great time in the kitchen. So I am now going to get my phone. We'll get Laura's finger going. So we've got loads of things here that we've shown you tonight. We've got Laura's cookies. And it's good in here, isn't it?
My ice buns
Not touched a thing me tonight.
My ice buns are in the fridge.
The ice buns are in the fridge. We'll get them out in a minute. So we'll go back to the group. Right, we need to go to announcements.
Dark pink is sugar.
This one's sugar, is it?
No.
Sugar?
Dark pink. Yeah.
So sugar and crumbs. Yeah? So let's go to now. If you've
But in the
already.
right order, you know, like Anton Deck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sugar
go
and
on the
crumbs.
right side.
We've got lots of-
So if you've already won tonight, you won't win again. So if I pick you, we have to give it to somebody else. So let's go down. Let's go right to the top again.
Getting your finger out, Laura.
So get your finger out. So Laura
Pull your
was.
finger
Got a
out.
bit
Come
of
on.
ice
So
in
Laura,
there.
what we'll do is I'm going to go right to the top and we'll pick someone from the top. Yeah. So we're going to start at Harlem Horses there. So we're just going to go nice and slow.
You're off the bottom
Nice.
of the page,
Oh, sorry.
by the way, but-
Nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. Whenever you're ready, Laura. Go on. Oh, I'll stop for you. Alison Underwood. Well done. Alison Underwood. So let's go to the middle. Julie Cliff. There you go, Julie Cliff. So that's 5 sets, isn't it? Yeah? Should we do one more? John's going to kill me, isn't he? Let's do one more. Right. Congratulations, ladies. So let's tell you what to do to win your prizes. Get the email address up, Simon. So you must email. Now, we never contact you to tell you to win because there's a spammer out there who copies all the pages, all the websites, and what they do is they make a fake profile up, they copy you, they ask you to follow a link, and before you know it, they've got your credit card details. We don't contact you. You've got 5 days to claim, all right? So you need to come to info.sugarandcrumbs@icloud.com. Whenever you want to contact us, customer services about your order, that is the only email address that works. Any other email address that you get for marketing doesn't work. This is the only one. It's on our website when you go to contact us. So it's info.sugarandcrumbs@icloud.com. You tell them that you're a winner of the swirls and ruffles set of 4. You give them your name and address. We will get them in the post to you. If you've got an order in the system, let us know what your order is and we'll pop them in your order. So do tell us your order number. Don't just say I've got an order. We'll pop them in the system. If you've got an order coming in over the next 5 days, let us know and just say I've won, but I'll email you again when I place my next order and we'll pop you in then. And if you haven't got an order coming in, we'll pop them in the post to you. All right. So congratulations. That's 6 winners. And that's happened because Karen told me I had to do a draw tonight. And I was thinking to myself, I'm sure I'd done them. I was well confused when I went running off before. So I even rang her and asked her. She said, yeah. So we've already done them. So haven't we had a great night tonight? I don't know what the comments are. Haven't you loved it? So
Yeah.
are you looking at comments,
Fantastic
Simon?
live, yeah.
Yeah.
Good, and we're well over time. We're half an hour over. So we have got cream buns.
So yeah, lots of loves and
Look
likes.
at that. Cream buns, aren't they gorgeous? And I'm not having one. I don't know, I can't resist it, but they look so good. And then we've got these beautiful cookies that Laura's made.
They do look
These
good,
are proper cookies, aren't they? Look
Yeah.
at them. They are the proper bad boys of cookies. Lovely. And then you have got your cupcakes. So the kids are going to go mad. Did you guess who would nosedive the big one? Who would pick the big one? Did you all guess? I'll have to have a look. Did you see any comments?
The About big what?
The big, who would pick the big cake? Did you see any comments? So, because I said to you, go on, who would be in the kitchen, who would pick that big one? So I did. If you haven't guessed it, it's Jasmine. She'd go mad for it.
Sorry, I've got lost where you were
And then we want you to know about Sugar and Crumbs. No, Sugar and Crumbs. That's the way round. So great live tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Lots of people saying great live, brilliant night. They've had really enjoyed it. Thank you to us all. You're very welcome.
Yeah. So so thank you for joining us. Come and join us again in the morning. Karen will be here at 11:30 baking for you tomorrow. Can't remember what she's doing. And next week I'm on holiday, so there's no lives on Monday, okay? But Karen is going to do a bonus live Tuesday afternoon. She's off on Wednesday, but Tracy Mann's in Tuesday night. Tracy Mann is on Thursday at 11:30. Karen is in on Thursday night, and she's also doing a live on Friday, so she's very busy. On Saturday, I'm doing a Zoom session. It's not on here. It was the British Sugar Craft Guild. I'll make sure you all know about it next week. I'm going to spam the group for fun and let you know about it. It's £10. You get to see 4 demonstrators and also to be in with a chance to win prizes. And it's good to support this British Sugar Craft Guild. They're amazing. There's me first, Dawn Butler, and I can't remember the other 2 ladies. So it's all day. And then on Sunday, here in the kitchen is the class with the cake illusionists on the Everybody Loves Pasta, and that will be Simon and Karen, so they're here on the Sunday, so make sure you're here to watch that. Well, join that class as well. It's going to be fabulous. Big bowl of spaghetti bolognese made out of cake. How wonderful.
Sounds good.
Yeah, great. So I'll see you in I don't know when I'm going to see you, on the 11th.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be back on the Thursday the 13th of May.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't forget to let me know tomorrow on my post what you'd like to see in the next couple of weeks.
Super. Well done, winners. Thank you everyone for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Laura.
Bye.
Thanks, Simon. Bye.